Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Dan Dominguez here along with Ed Myers on another edition of the Enyo Barncast. This is our third one of the 2026 season. The Barnstormers getting ready to play the Hamilton Cardinals home and home, Ed. It was an exciting game last night.
It was. Lots of different contributions by the Barnstormers, especially in the relief department. We got really strong pitching in the last half of the game, and we were able to hold on to a one-run lead for, 4.5 innings?
Yep.
And came up with a victory.
Yep, we're going to have some special guests here today. Scott Curry's already in the building with the family on Father's Day. Might have a couple pop-ins. We'll see who comes in. We're at the clubhouse at Fergie Jenkins Field. We are going to have a promotion today as well, so make sure you get on that chat. We want to hear from you. We have 2 free tickets we're giving away today on Father's Day. All you got to do is hit that chat and tell us who your favorite Barnstormer is, past or present, anyone you liked. Put that on the chat, and then we'll do a draw, and we'll find a way to get a hold of the winner after the draw. So we're going to give away 2 free tickets to a future Barnstormer game here today. So we're getting ready. We're going to be simulcasting the C14 feed here shortly. We're waiting for them to get going. Today it's Aiden Ryan Ed against Franzil Adamas. Sounds like CK is going to be more of a bullpen day.
Yeah, we played a lot recently, and we're running out of starting pitchers, and that's a fact of life with the rain-out makeup games, etc. And again, we'll wait and see.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a bit of a piggyback situation today. Tebow looks to be on the whiteboard as in play today. He kind of struggled his last time out, giving up 7 runs in just over 4 innings. So he's on the list. So maybe between him and Aiden, if they can somehow squeak out 5, maybe 6 innings, I'm sure that would be tremendous for Dom Donnell.
Yeah, need to eat up some innings, and if they're able to do that, it'll make things a little easier for the guys who come in the latter part of the game.
Yeah, it's a big game here today. I think we're behind 2 games now from the Hamilton Cardinals. Kitchener and Guelph are losing today, so that's going to help CK in the standings. So while we're waiting for the broadcast to kick in, I'm going to run through the starting lineups for today. Again, we talked Aiden Ryan's going to be the starting pitcher for the Barnstormers. Thomas Green is your leadoff hitter. He's going to be playing second. Morrison's at short. Grayson Barrett is your first baseman. Constantino away with a family matter this weekend. Yushin Oda is your DH. Austin Gurney in center. Kean Johnston's out in right. Julian Monk's at third. Mackey's out in left today. And Ayad Ansari, the new backup catcher for the Barnstormers, he's going to be catching today. Had a double in his debut for the Barnstormers a couple days ago. Adamas pitching for the Cardinals. Their lineup is going to be Duncan, Brandon Nickel, Herman, McGill, Rempel, Dominguez, Reyes, Veyu, and Angel Guerrero rounds up their starting 9 here today. So we're getting ready for action. There's nothing on the Hamilton broadcast. We're waiting a little bit. So it's supposed to be a 4:05 first pitch.
Currently in different programming with technical difficulties.
Okay, we got some technical difficulties. So why don't we see if Scott's already ready to come on. We can talk about some 2026 All-Star game. If Hamilton's having a bit of an issue, we're going to do some time filling. So, again, we want to hear from you. We got those free tickets right there. As you see them getting ready to get the broadcast going, we'll start talking about the All-Star game. Yeah, jump right in here, Scott. Here's Scott's got a guest here with him.
Yep, Isla had to join here on Father's Day.
Get that right down there. Welcome to Scott Curry.
Thanks,
Scott
guys.
Curry, a man of many hats with the Barnstormers. My bad. Okay, now you're live. Sorry about that. So welcome, Scott. Glad you can make it.
Thanks. Happy Father's Day, guys.
Yep,
and
same to
everybody
you.
watching, happy Father's Day.
Hello to you, Isla.
This is Isla, big baseball fan, big Barnstormers fan.
Yeah.
Want to say hi? Hi.
Nope, not yet.
She'll warm up shortly here.
So we're coming up. It's only a few weeks away. All-Star is coming up the 11th and 12th of July at Fergie Jenkins Field. It's going to be some fun festivities coming up. How are ticket sales going? And let's start with that. How do we get tickets?
Yeah, it's coming quick. It's going to be so exciting. We're all excited. Fans are excited. City's excited. First of all, I just want to say you guys do such an incredible job, first of all. When this idea was first pitched, the Barncast, I didn't know it would have the legs that it had, and I think that's fair because you have to have the right people in place or else it goes
Oh, it's
south
been great.
quick, right?
We've had a good cast of characters on this show, so.
But everything, our broadcast is so strong. So I just wanted to shout out Cole, Peter, Mike, Chris, everybody. I'm so proud you guys are part of the Barnstormers family. We're still the new kids on the block, but we do a lot of things right. So, appreciate you guys. But All-Star stuff, we're really excited. Do you want to just kind of get into the agenda of everything?
Sure. Well, let's start on the, again, first of all, there's still tickets available.
There's tickets available.
For both days. You can get either a single day on either Saturday, Sunday, or there's 2-day passes available, correct?
You got it. So the skills competitions, not just the home run derby, we'll get into the skills competition. That's Saturday, and there's some other things as well. So you could buy a ticket just for that, and the game is Sunday. You can buy a ticket just for that. But we package all together. I think we just got rid of the early bird pricing. So
okay. Yeah, that's correct. I did see that.
We're, $30 for the entire weekend?
Okay, so Cole's nodding, yep.
Yeah, and I think
16
16
for the
per
weekend,
day.
18 for each day.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's great. And then that place is going to be jam-packed, I'm sure, just kind of overflowing. So Saturday, we were trying to see if we get the broadcast going here. We lost our monitor there for a bit.
Oh.
Okay. It's just rebooting, so. So Saturday's the first day. We're doing a skills competition among some other things.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool, too, that Friday we have a home game. It's kind of all
Kitchener, I believe,
starts things off. Yeah, Kitchener. And then we're doing a full-on skills comp. Sorry.
Just don't pull that too hard. We're good.
Here.
Technical, they'll give her a baseball.
Want hat? She loves hat. It's her favorite word, and she loves putting them on. So we're going to start off at noon on the Saturday. And there's going to be a whole, fun event zone area. So I was saying to you guys before we came on that, as luck would have it, we're actually solidifying a lot of things tomorrow in a meeting. So the fun zone will basically just be an opportunity for kids to swing a bat, throw the ball in different fun ways, in different games and stuff like that. We're going to have a celebrity meet and greet. So some people we're waiting for confirmation. Again, tomorrow is kind of the deadline for that. We feel good about who's coming. So we've got some baseball coming. We've got the hockey world represented. We've got an all-time famous Canadian singing artist that we're hoping to bring in.
So once things get nailed down, be sure to check out all the CK Barnstormers social media once the full schedule of events is ready to go.
And that's where you get your tickets through our website, ckbarnstormers.com.
Okay, jump in. Thomas Green with the leadoff single for the Barnstormers. Again, C14 having some technical difficulties. Bear with us. We'll keep you updated.
Oh, we're already going, hey?
So we got some music coming, and I know there's going to be even a street they're going to be closing off Tweedsmuir.
Yeah, there's going to be some food trucks coming. We're closing off Tweedsmuir for the entire weekend. There's going to be live music throughout the weekend. So the skills competition is going to be Saturday.
Yep.
And it's pretty fun, the touch we're putting on it. It's not just your
and
traditional
not just your home
derby.
run. That's great. Yeah. What else are we doing?
So we're going to do accuracy throw down to second, catcher down to second. We're going to do outfield to home, center field to home.
I've seen those before, yeah.
That's the funnest thing to me. I'd rather watch someone get gunned out at the plate from center
My
field.
son did that in Cooperstown when he was 11 and 12. They had that. So you can see the issues C14 having today. So
Celine Dion, I see a comment. Was it Celine Dion? I was actually going to say, I won't say who it is, but I'll confirm it's not Celine Dion. So it's funny that you commented that, Brian. Maybe in future years.
I'm just going to point out, Brian, make sure you point out your favorite Barnstormer for a chance to win these 2 free tickets here today. So we want to hear from you on the chat. There we go. Evan just struck out for the first out of the game. So we got the feedback now. So again, on the Saturday, I think you said there's going to be a bunting competition possible as well.
Accuracy competition, which is really cool. And then we've got the Derby.
And that's all starting at noon. What time of the skills stuff tentatively scheduled you would
great
feel?
Great question. So, you know what? I don't know off.
I believe it's 5:30, and home run derby should start around 8.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, but all those schedules will be nailed down in the coming probably days, less than a week. Keep an eye on the social media for that. So.
Yeah, and I got to shout out Nick DeHaas Fencing Company. They're going to sponsor the whole Saturday event, the skills competition. great partner to the.
And you see, we're getting a request. This is one of our Finnish fans of Consta Karika. They tune into all the games. They want to see a karaoke contest at the All-Star game.
You love this because this was part of your idea a few weeks back, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought we'd do Canada's Got Talent or CBL's Got Talent.
Yeah.
But after the viral moment the Barnstormers had during the rain delay last week, courtesy of Jeff Hopman, even the Guelph had a rain out yesterday, and fans were kind of clamoring for a karaoke contest in Guelph yesterday because they felt that should be a league rule now.
There you
after
go.
a rain out karaoke battle.
That's the beauty of our league, right?
And here's Grayson Barrett. We're going to keep an eye on Grayson here. That's a foul ball. Grayson Barrett is one hit away from 100 career CBL hits. So we have a chance to see some personal history. Of course, Grayson, Ed, two-time CBL player, the All-Star with Welland previously, but really hitting well for CK this year.
Yeah, he hits righties and lefties equally well. He is able to stay in there. His right shoulder is always over the plate, and he's been quite an addition for the Barnstormers this year.
Goes down looking there. Had a extra little look back at the home plate umpire there today. So looks like one out and one on. I can't tell. Did Greeny get the second base on that?
That was Green stole the base.
So he strike him out, but Green's able to get in the scoring position. Green doing well at the leadoff spot with Morrison backing him up. He's getting a few stolen bases.
Yeah, the lineup's so interchangeable, top to bottom, really. But that brings up a good question. This is what I wanted to ask you guys. Home run derby. So
ground ball shorts to third base here. Sorry to interrupt. We'll stay with. We won't go to commercial. We're going to stay with it. So top of the first is over. Go ahead, Scott.
So I'm pretty certain Ted, the commissioner, is picking.
Calmins.
I think he said that he's picking the derby contest. I'm almost certain. So with us, it's no secret we have a short porch and right. And we got 4 lefties that could all represent us, and I'm sure it's just one per team, right?
Gurney, if I'm not mistaken, I could be completely off base here. They'll go down the home run list of the standings at the time, and they'll start going, again, taking the top one and giving them the option, do you want to participate? Do you want to participate? And they'll get the yeses and the nos, assuming those guys are going to – most of those guys who are at the top of the list of homers are going to be an all-star.
Yeah.
So, but with, Gurney, Barrett, Oda, who am I missing?
They all got 5, 6. Owen's right there probably. Yeah. Maybe he's got 4, but, any given game they hit 2,
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
And that'll be the main event on Saturday night for the home run derby. And then music pretty much the entire day on Tweedsmuir on both days, but Saturday.
On both days, you got it. Yeah. So that'll be mid-afternoon-ish. But all this stuff will be sent out very soon, like probably in this upcoming week.
And then Sunday's the big day. Sunday's the actual game. I want to say it's been talked about a 2 o'clock start. Does that sound like it's accurate?
Yeah, 2 o'clock start.
So 2 o'clock start, and then we'll get to see. There'll be lots of player interviews. Again, we'll have the broadcast here on Barnstormers TV. Cole Dupuis and Dupuis Media Productions will be part of that, and I'm sure you'll see all the characters of Chatham-Kent Barnstormers out there on the field that weekend. So. I'm really looking forward to that. And so far, it seems like we've been doing a great job, and I'm sure we'll pull some other celebrities out of our hat there, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. One thing I will say, it's kind of to be determined with Fergie because, as luck would have it, the MLB All-Star Weekend is that same weekend.
Okay.
So he's obviously still really involved with the MLB and especially with the All-Star festivities. So
I'm not sure where it's at this year.
See how that looks. Pretty sure it's Philly.
That's okay.
Pretty sure it's Philly.
And he did come up with Philly, as
Philly.
Mr. Ed Myers knows very well, Ed.
He did.
Yeah.
1962.
And he played a couple years in the show for Philly or just in the system? I think he was.
He came up as a relief pitcher. I think he was called up after 3 years. He was pitching in Little Rock and was called up by the Phillies, and he pitched the 1 year with the Phillies and was traded to the Cubs the next year for Bob Buell and Larry Jackson. And they were 2 established pitchers. And when he went to the Cubs, lo and behold, he became a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
The rest is obviously history.
I'm sure they regret that one, I'm sure. And I think the same thing happened with Nolan Ryan in New York. He kind of started as a reliever over there and then went on to greatness as well. But, yeah, he did Buffalo, I'm looking at, in 1962, Miami he did some pitching as well. Then Arkansas, and then coming up to the majors in 65. So
65. That'd be
was his debut.
third year.
So and then just a year later, already heading over to the Cubs. So this Barnstormer team, we're doing a little contest. Favorite Barnstormer? Do you have one, past or present, that when you see him on TV or you're at the park that you kind of sit up in your chair a little bit more to watch?
That's so funny. Because you get attached to all these guys, and all for different reasons, right?
So you get to know someone personally too.
Yeah. But I don't want to take the easy road out. Give me a second. How
about you? I'll throw it to Ed now. You got a second there, Ed. Any past and present ones that they say you're going to look a little harder, a little closer?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be current, past or present.
Yeah, there's been, as Scott said, there's favorites, different positions for different reasons. I'm struggling. Sadler, Goodwin.
Yeah.
Would be
that would have been probably on my list too.
The one that I thought was the smoothest fielder of all the people that I saw come through in our third year. And I thought he solidified an infield better than most people could. He would jump out at me for sure. I like what the Panda did the first year.
Yep.
He added a real degree of excitement to the Barnstormers right off the get-go with his early start, his home runs, and exciting, timely hits and home runs. So I would throw those two out right away. I'm trying to think. Jump in.
Sadler, too, is the consummate professional. He was such a leader. You see him on the field. He's a vacuum. He can hit, but he was such a leader, and that's not something that you see in the box score. But he was heck of a guy, heck of a player for sure.
So the leadoff batter gets aboard. Looks like an error on the second baseman there, Ed Greeny over at second. We keep trying to figure out what we're doing at second and third base. Feels like Monks feels more comfortable at second and Green over at third. So it'll be interesting if we make that switch eventually. We did for a week or so.
Yeah. Evans looks like Evan Morrison looks like he's pretty much the shortstop at this point in time. So maybe we're just down to either Monks or Green at second or third. Not sure. The last time we saw a game in Chatham, it was the other way around. Green was at third, Monks was at second.
Speaking of favorite players, I'm going to throw a couple. Is Morrison. I grew up playing shortstop, and just seeing a guy who can not only defend, run as fast as he does, hit to all fields. He'll go opposite. When he needs to pull for power, he has that ability too. I watched him closely at Grand Valley State, one of the players of the year in that league. As I see a bunt going down towards the third base side, it's going to be a tough play at third, and it looks like he's going to be down for a base hit. So the first two runners reach. Morrison, it's kind of tough. You go 2 for 5 as Evan Morrison, and usually your batting average is going down if you're him, and that's saying something.
Yeah, that's why it's a tough question. I mean, Spencer was the first guy we signed. Yeah. Knew he was a good player, heard a lot about him, but he was a much better player than I even realized. I was always proud that he was a Chatham
local guy, yeah.
But I'm going to say a name that hasn't been said yet. And shout out to Lee Casera. If you could have as many Lee Caseras as you can have on your team, you're going to be successful. He's the man. But again, I could literally start naming people, so I'll just say one more name and stop. I love Yushin so much. Mitski, congratulations. He moved on up, and that was his goal. But Oda's a heck of a catcher.
Yeah, he
in
is.
his own right.
We don't seem like Mickey was so great, but we don't feel like we've missed a beat so far with Oda taking over. Now that speaking of another name, that was going to be the other one I mentioned is Fukuda. Just such a fan favorite, just a great guy. Seemed like he's always in the best of spirits. Didn't matter if you're up 5 or down 5, and he just performed. Seemed like every day.
Oh, absolutely. You could name anybody. But back to Yushin real quick. I mean, the pitchers that he hits these bombs off of effortlessly all the time probably don't realize how he's the nicest guy of all time.
Yeah.
Like, he's so kind. So I love Yush. But
and Ed, you've noticed some changes in Oda a little bit this year.
I think he looks like he's really bulked up.
Yeah.
You notice his arm strength, leg strength. He looks like a more powerful version than he was last year.
So this was not even 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was just over in the clubhouse and kind of tight quarters, and I went to walk by, and Yushin just turned with no power behind it, but he just turned, and I was winded for a few seconds. I thought, how is he that strong? But I think that's all these guys, like Thomas Green, like all these guys, they may be slender, but they pack a punch.
Well, Thomas
Very
Green
strong.
yesterday with that little bit of wind. Did you get him strike 3 there? Good stuff. We had a little wind from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole during the game and batting practice. And I was joking with him before the game, and I was like, off the scoreboard tonight, right? Because he was commenting on that wind for the right-handed batter. He's like, I have that power. First pitch into the game, it didn't go over the scoreboard, off the scoreboard. It just scraped the back of the left field wall down the foul pole, but it still counts as one.
Yeah.
So, he's just a great guy.
That's a shot.
His cousin actually played 2 years of Major League Ball with the Brewers.
Oh, yeah?
Was signed by Doug Melvin. So that's 3 unassisted. It looks like safe at second. The runners advance on the grounder to Grayson Barrett. But, yeah, Doug Melvin signed him. He was a really good Tyler Green. Said he grew up just down the road with British Columbia. I forget what town Green he's from.
I forget.
But knows Doug Melvin's, met him a few times, and is that another person we might see All-Star Weekend? Or?
Perhaps we'll see.
We're not nailing you down to anything we're saying here today, but we're just throwing some names out there.
Yeah, we'll touch back on the All-Star. There was a segue with the Phillies we were talking about that I missed, so I'm going to use Doug Melvin as the segue for this. I spent.
Oh, wild pitch! That's going to score the first run of the game. It looks like he just yanked that one.
I spent the majority of my life really collecting a lot of memorabilia, a lot of baseball memorabilia. I got a lot of really cool stuff. But now that I'm older, I don't really care to display it. And the last couple of years, I've got a lot of really cool local stuff, like Connie Mack. He's the all-time MLB manager for wins. I've got a black and white photo of him at Fergie Park. It's probably from 1910, 1915. He came here to scout some guys for a couple days. So there's a lot of really big-time baseball history.
Grounder to short. Morrison throws across in time. So just the one unearned run against Aiden Ryan. So Aiden looked like he's okay. Just the second baseman made an error there in the first, and CK drops behind. But go ahead with some of the.
We're staying here.
We'll stay for another half. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so
before you go, I'm gonna shout out Enyo Pest Advisors. Thank them for sponsoring this show. If it wasn't for them, this wouldn't be possible. So Cam Bayshard and his team, they've been great with the Barnstormers. They've been a really great friend of the team. So, but yeah, so some of the other memorabilia that you've been.
Yeah. So and Doug Melvin, like an all-time GM. A lot of people, even from Chatham, don't know the story. So some cool stuff with him and guys back in the '60s in the IBL batting champ signed some stuff. So I really like the local stuff and that. So I was hoping today to add to my collection, and again, I missed the segue with the Phillies, but I was hoping to get the legend Mr. Ed Myers to sign my baseball and put the year Philadelphia Phillies and the year that he signed with the Philadelphia Phillies.
You want pen or Sharpie? I might have a Sharpie if that's better. I don't know. It's up to you.
People big on the Sharpie.
That's fine.
I like the black pen.
You can do that.
Another day, another autograph for Ed Myers.
And then Ed goes right for the sweet spot on the ball. He knows where that
right.
sweet spot is on the autograph
so
ball.
my resale value will be significant. But I think that's a heck of a souvenir. So I love stuff like that.
And then talk about some of these guys that you've heard of. That's going to be some of the musical guests presented by Pabst Strong Iced Tea. And here's a Saturday and Sunday, some of the music we'll be hearing.
Yeah, thanks. So big names across the country. A lot of them are out of the Toronto area, but now I'm going to forget who's who, but there's some guys that they do some music for Hockey Night in Canada
that's cool.
Things like that. So a lot of indie rock type stuff, just casual, good listening music, and probably introducing Chatham just to new bands that are on a pretty big stage. So
yeah, that's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time here in Chatham-Kent. There's your autograph, and there's the year, 1962. You played a couple years in the system, I believe, Ed?
3 years, and the elbow went, and I came home.
And then, while we're here, we have the TD Wealth Trivia, the Scott Curry TD Wealth Trivia question. And the question today is, who was the winning pitcher in the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers' only playoff win in franchise history? We'll let the fans think about that. You guys can think about it. Don't give it away yet, but you guys have some guesses on the winning pitcher? As if the start of the next inning, it looks like the gurney is out. I couldn't tell on their camera. A little bit less of the camera angles today in Hamilton.
I'd like to take the easy way out and say I won't answer because I came up with the question, but that's not true. I don't come up with these questions. But it's trickier than it should be.
I have trouble coming up with the answers.
Yeah.
I've seen almost every game, and when I hear the question, I think,
And then I messed Ed up last week because I asked him the question is how many kilometers do the Barnstormers there and back do to all 8 other parks? And as soon as kilometers, he was done. But in the answer, I did throw out miles. I don't recall what the answer was, but it was there's a significant time on the bus for these guys.
well, yeah, it's almost like they're going in circles sometimes. When you think of the cities, they go down the 401 and they go this way and they go that way and then off to Barrie up 401 or 400, and it's
What were the buses like back in '62, Ed?
not very good. Minor league baseball is a series of bus rides, and depending on the league you're in, depending on the distance.
And say, how far do you recall? How far you were?
Furthest one that I was involved in went from Twin Falls, Idaho to Billings, Montana through Yellowstone Park. And you would go for 6 days, and you would leave and travel on a Sunday all night. And you had to have 2 bus drivers because of the length of time it took.
And you're not traveling on a luxury coach bus, I'm
no,
sure.
No, they had 2 cots on the bus, one for the starting pitcher the next day and one for the catcher. Everybody else was on their own. And we arrived Billings. Billings, I think, is what the town. It's about 80 miles from Lethbridge, Alberta.
Wow.
So it's there's Great Falls, Montana, and Billings, Montana. They were the northern teams in that league. So you play 3 games in one town, 3 in another, and jump back on the bus and head back to Twin Falls, Idaho for 6
So, yeah, the
days.
prairies would have been worse because you played in the East Coast a little bit, too?
I played in the Carolina League that next year, and that was a whole different set of circumstances.
Everyone's a little bit more.
Yeah, it was a commuter type of a league, up and back every day.
So 2 outs to lead off the top of the second. We were in a little bit of a funk there, Scott, for a few days. We're just having trouble nailing down those close ones. What have you seen this year with this year's squad?
It's baseball, right? You need all parts to work together to get a win, right? So, our lineup's been well. The last game they were saying our OPS is the top in the league.
Yeah, we're near the top. I think we're 3rd now, but yeah, because there's been some there's been some crazy football scores if you haven't seen lately. A 23-14 game the other day. That'll affect some OPSs. But no, the batting order, as you said, it's not just 6-7 guys like in the first couple of years we saw at times. You can go down to the 2-3 guys on the bench, and you're going to get another ground ball to shortstop.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Then you got a couple guys on the bench who are interchangeable too. So, yeah, it's just putting the complete game together. Guys are working hard. They want it bad. Like they're a very cohesive unit, which you never know you're going to get. At the beginning of the year, they've kind of gelled together from the start. So, we'll go on a run just as easy as we lost a few,
All right, we're going to step away for just a short break. Again, you're watching the Enyo Pest Advisors Barncast. We'll step away just for a second.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers summer camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers summer camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the
Welcome back. We're at the Field House at Fergie Jenkins Field. We're another Barncast. This is the 3rd edition of the 2026 season. Again, thanks to Enyo for sponsoring us this year on the Barncast. We had Cam Bayshard stop by last Barncast, and you know Cam. He's been just a great friend of the team.
Yeah, we've had so much great support from the community. Cam especially, and he attends a lot of the games.
Oh, he's there all the
too.
time, yeah.
Yeah, our support is outstanding from the community.
So watching Aiden here, Ed, I know that's one of your pet peeves. Guys with the velo, Parsons, Aiden, that yanking down to the lower left of the plate, and we saw that on the wild pitch, and then we just saw one here with nobody on, the same thing.
Overthrowing, trying too hard, basically, instead of letting the ball fly.
Yeah.
They're trying to direct the ball. It's a common mistake. It's not because they're trying to do it, but you so easy to see. They jerk the ball. They hang on too long.
Yeah. Aiden wants it bad.
Yeah, he hasn't had a ton of opportunity, and the opportunities he had, he's struggled a little bit this year. Parsons, we noticed it yesterday, Ed, when he was getting tired is when we saw, like when he was getting at the end of his
jerking,
rope.
Jerking the pitch.
Where we would hope Aiden would have some energy here, just having trouble finding the zone, so the 3-0 pitch gets over there for Ryan.
See the guys with experience like Garces last week for Barrie. It looks like he could have thrown all night.
Yeah.
He threw 110 pitches, I think it was, or something in the vicinity, and he was just throwing slow and easy, letting the ball travel, and without very little effort. And that's if you can get into that groove,
it looks like I hit the left
you'll
field
be
there.
limited.
And that's the thing with Garces, who's 35, 36. He's had a stint in the MLB, not just in the minors. He's a professional pitcher, where Aiden still might be in that thrower category. He hasn't refined his pitching skill yet.
That's human nature. You know, when you crank it up, and that's really what's changed with pitching is that, look at the major leagues now. You can get 2-3 innings out of a guy. They're happy. A starting pitcher rarely goes past 6 innings, and they're spending all the gas in the tank in 5 innings.
You never even
and they
see
have nothing
6.
left.
Yeah.
No, everything's velo now. As there's a sacrifice bunt, moves the runner over to second base. I remember hearing an interview with Greg Maddux. He said in the minors, he just threw as hard as he can to get drafted, get noticed, and then once he was able to reach the majors, that's when he became what Greg Maddux turned out to be, one of the best location pitchers in baseball history. And nowadays, they want guys to throw 98 to 102, and they'll figure out control later. But some guys make it, some guys don't, some guys blow out their arm. So MLB teams seem like this. If a guy blows out his arm, we'll just go find another guy who throws 102. It's kind of the way of the land right now.
You may or may not remember, but the Tigers had a guy behind Denny McLean, Mickey Lolich.
Of course.
Left-handed pitcher.
Yep.
Before they kept track of pitchers, they went back and they counted the number of pitches that he threw opening day in 1969, which was the year after the Tigers won the championship. And he won the game 9-5, pitched 9 innings, and threw 179 pitches. And 3 days later, started again. But if you watched him throw, he could sling the ball. It was just easy movement. Throw strikes, turn the ball over a little bit, work the pitch, walked very few batters.
Not maximum stress effort on each
pitch.
pitch.
Body efficiency, basically.
So it looks like runners on the corners there. I didn't see if that was – I missed that play, so we'll have to –
It's hard to follow.
Yeah, it's really tough. So, like I said, we'll see if Hamilton catches anything because, it's supposed to be a league rule that was told – sorry? E6. So Morrison with an error gets the runners on the corner. But we were led to understand there's a league rule that means 3 cameras should be working for every game. Does that sound accurate, Scott?
That is the rule. Yeah.
And it's that next step, and now speaking of cameras, now we're down to 0. It's just that next step that the CBL wants to take. They want to reach that professional. We're now a pro league.
This has really improved the stats. Like if you go to the CBL site for box scores and that, it's outstanding.
It's gotten better.
It's a lot better.
There's still some quirks in it if you're working the back end of it like I am. I've sent no less than 100 emails to Eric Spearin to fix different things here and there. So, and to his credit, whenever I send him an email, he responds. He tries to correct it. So
here's Dan again.
Yeah.
We another thing we do, I was talking about how good our broadcast is. We get out in the community multiple times a week. So yesterday, Aiden was actually on the golf course. We had at Willow Ridge Golf Course. We
Yep,
had
Glenham.
Chatham Community Living's golf tournament. So he was out on hole 13 for Beat the Barnstormer.
And he can swing it.
So righty thrower, lefty golfer.
Oh, wow.
And he was piping them. And I've seen other guys. We've done this at other tournaments. So I've probably seen 5 of our guys or more hit, and they all can.
So it looks like an RBI single. I thought I saw a second out, so someone might have got out on the base paths. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, no, I've seen Aiden's, I believe, a member at Beach Grove out in the east ends of Windsor there. So I've seen him at the simulators at Beach Grove.
And then a quick shout out to Pet and Wildlife or Pet Animal Wildlife Rescue. Friday we had Lefty and a bunch of guys out there for they had a really successful barbecue. That was a lot of fun.
Good stuff. Cole?
Yeah.
I believe it was a single to right field attempted for a double.
Oh, so
Out 2.
how many guys scored? So the runner reached third base, one runner scores, and the guy trying to get the second base, that would have been Vayu, gets gunned. Who threw him out? What field was it hit to?
Sorry, Vayu reached on air by shortstop. Angel Guerrero single to right
Okay,
field.
I'm behind one here, so that's fine. So we're at top of the order now with, looks like the inning might be even over now, no?
Yeah, Tyler Duncan popped out to shortstop.
Okay, so another run in. We're thinking it's 2-0 now. Again, not having the best of luck today, so you're gonna have to endure us a little bit more here on the Barncast. So, but we're gonna take one more step away. This is the Enyo Barncast. We'll be right back.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
All right, back top of the third, getting ready to kick in. Looks like they have the feedback, but before Ayad Ansari gets his first at-bat as a starter for the Barnstormers, I want to thank Scott Curry for joining us here today. Happy Father's Day, and thanks for joining us. And, again, where are we going to find all the information for the All-Star game coming up?
Yeah, same to you guys. Thanks for having me. To wrap up all the All-Star stuff, go right now and get your tickets. Again, you can go for Saturday or Sunday, but $30 for the entire weekend. Lots of stuff for the kids, lots of live music. Again, Tweedsmuir is going to be blocked off. Skills competition. I don't even think we've mentioned the fireworks that's going to be after the skills competition on the field. So a lot of the stuff is free admission too. If you just show up to Tweedsmuir, you can take part in all that. But very cost-effective weekend for the whole family. So get tickets at ckbarnstormers.com right now, and look forward to seeing you that weekend.
One last thing, food out there too?
There'll be food trucks, food, cold beverages. It's you name it. You just show up. We'll take care of the rest.
All right. Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for joining us.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks for the autograph.
All right. We'll let you
welcome.
sneak out of here and go enjoy the rest of your day with the family.
Okay, thanks. Let's go Barnstormers.
All right. So we're back top of the third inning. Adamas still on the hill for the Hamilton Cardinals. It looks like, I would guess, it should be 200 runs for against the pitching, Ed. So we're getting into that unearned run thing again.
Yep.
The second baseman, Monk's leading to the first run. And then I didn't see the Morrison error because, again, we're dealing with some camera work issues. We gave up the second run as well. It's something there we're going to have to figure out a way to clean up in a hurry.
Yep. We really can't. We couldn't see the plays other than the fact that the ball did not come across the infield.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all
checking out the game day of the
Yeah.
innings while you see me on my phone here, just kind of seeing the situation. So, Dominguez led off with a single. After that, Reyes laid down the sacrifice bunt. Vayu reached on an error, so that moved the runners to the corners. Guerrero got a single, but I believe he was gunned out at second. and then the pop out to Duncan to end the second inning. 2-1 count. This is Ansari. I've watched him take his batting practice, and here as he hits one now, we can't see where it's at.
L8.
And he's out because, you're a little ahead. So hit it hard to center field, but Tyler Duncan out there. Again, watching him take BP. He's a strong kid. He's only 21 years old, I believe. Nice kid. Played for the Pakistani national team
that was
in
interesting.
the World Baseball qualifier. They didn't make the World Baseball Classic, but still impressive.
Certainly adds to our mix of players.
Oh, yeah.
The ethnicity of our team is interesting.
It's a carousel of nations down there.
Yeah, we are truly the Barnstormers. We have players that played all over the world.
He's a Canadian kid from Ontario, but his dad is Pakistani. So I met him yesterday, and he seemed like a nice kid, and just looking forward to. He played with Kitchener 2 years ago as a 19-year-old as a backup catcher to Junior Ibarra. So he'll get today. You see him spelling Yushin Oda because with Mickey gone into Ottawa and Fukuda, for those who don't know, he was promoted to the Ottawa Titans, and he's performing very well for them thus far in kind of a 50-50 split up there. But Oda's been playing every day, and that's a lot to ask as these temperatures start rising.
We've made up of quite a few rainouts in the last 2 weeks as well. So we're playing four times a week at least. And I noticed there's a game scheduled actually for tomorrow night in the league.
Yeah, Kitchener's doing that. So
they've been trying to avoid Mondays, sort of the day of rest for the league.
And we're seeing on the comments talking about how far and straight Aiden was hitting the ball. And then Dennis thinking Enyo has this one hit the third base, and that to get the second camera up finally as the throw across the diamond gets Greeny at first. So Greeny's 1 for 2 with that stolen base. So I guess we're just going to keep track of these. We want to hear some of those names you want, your favorite Barnstormers. So we see you on the chat. Dennis, our friends from Finland. I know you're rooting for Karika. We may be able to see Karika today, but throw his name out there. I'm sure that's your favorite Barnstormer, and I guess it'll be kind of tough for our Finnish friends to get a couple free tickets, but we'll if they win it, we'll donate it to someone. And that first pitch goes inside. So now a little bit tighter camera. I kind of like this one a little bit better. We can see the bat to Morrison. It looks like they're expanding their camera work here a little bit today. You see the Barnstormers in the background. I think we faced Adamas a little while back.
I remember, was it this year or was it last year?
I'm pretty sure it was this year. I'm looking through my box score as we speak, but and he's been a strong pitcher so far. Actually, this is it must have been on the road, I believe. The last Barncast is when we faced them, so I just saw him on the screen. So that first, you were here during the first one when we were in the other room, so I think that's when we saw him, Ed. So
I remember him pitching, and I just couldn't put him at a point in time.
Yeah, and that was I think a 9-0 Hamilton win. So, so you can I say Eddie? Oh, Ed Myers is your favorite. Yeah, you can say Ed. If Ed Myers is your favorite Barnstormer, that's fine.
Ed Myers to the All-Star game.
Here's a ground ball, and they're not going to get. Goes in the left field. So Morrison is aboard. Again, we talked about that slap hitting. It was a 1-2 count, so he's going to get a little bit wider and shorten up.
Shortens up, leans over the plate, turns his right shoulder in over the plate, and which means he's locked in. Mm-hmm. It's hard to throw a ball by him.
Yep. And then now Grayson Barrett again. Grayson Barrett 1 hit away from 100 on his CBL/IBL, but it's a CBL career now. I think he's still, if he's not leading the league, he's right at the top of the league in RBIs still. He's up by 3. So I'm sure he'll be someone we look to see in the All-Star game come in 3 weeks, Ed.
Yes, let's certainly hope so. Yeah, I got him at 28 RBIs.
And through 16 games is outstanding.
Games.
So, it was Morrison going the second. Outside pitch, throws to the wrong side. Let's see if Morrison could get the extra base, but no, he plays it safe with Grayson Barrett still up the bat. So that should even the count at 1-1, I believe. So that's a couple of stolen bases off. The catcher is Evan McGill today for Hamilton. I think he was behind the plate.
He was last
night as well. So it looks like they're going to be able to maybe run on him a little bit. And we have the wheels. This is probably the first year we've had the speed to do that. In the first 2 years, we weren't really a big stolen base team. There's a slap left field. That's going to be a base hit and score the run. So an RBI single for Grayson. Actually, he's going to turn it into a double. So congratulations to Grayson Barrett. And there it is, the 100th career CBL hit for Grayson Barrett. So congratulations to him. He's a pro. He's a pro.
Yep. Cole's had that graphic in the bag for about 2 weeks now.
And I think they just threw the ball to the side. I think the bench
good.
did ask for it. Hopefully Dom knew about it. Okay, so Dom Diddell knew about it. So his 100th hit. Again, most of those came from Welland, but we were fortunate to get him in this. He's a strong point in the middle of that order.
Yeah, he's a soft-spoken guy. You hardly hear from him, but he certainly has a big bat that talks for himself, does all the talking for him. And we mentioned on the air a couple of times, his dad was a hockey player and actually played in Chatham, the old Colonial League. I forget the year, early in the 1990s maybe. I'm not sure. Kevin was his name. And Chris remembers him playing in Chatham, played for Flint.
And I saw in the chat there, I think it was Benga. I don't know if you're able to scroll that back up or not.
It was Fukuda, Kenny Williams, and Panda.
So Kenny Williams, you remember that name.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a good innings eater a couple of years ago.
He was our original
There's a wild
Japanese
pitch.
interpreter, if you recall.
He was, yep.
His mother was Japanese, I think.
And I think he actually has been up in Ottawa helping, like doing some interpretation up there for some.
Okay.
Of the, yeah, I don't know if he's reunited with Fukuda or not. We'd have to find out. But
he spoke one of our first luncheons with the Barnstormers, and he was an interesting guy. Then he'd been around at that time.
I think he played a little in Japan as well. And
Yeah.
So the tying runs on third base. 2 outs for Oda. Oda's your DH today. Chopper to the pitcher. He's going to be able to flip across for the third out, but the Barnstormers do get one back on the 100th career hit for Grayson Barrett. Congratulations to him. We're going to step away. You're watching the Enyo Barncast from the Fergie Jenkins Field.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Welcome back. You're watching the Enyo Barncast from the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field. We're heading to the bottom of the third inning. I'm Dan Dominguez. Alongside me, Ed Myers. We had Scott Curry telling us all about the All-Star game, and that's going to be a pretty exciting weekend, I think, Ed.
It is, and from what he describes, there's almost too much to describe in 5 minutes. It's parts of 2 full days.
Oh, yeah, there are going to be some long days.
Yeah, and with the competitions taking place on Saturday, late afternoon, was it?
Saturday starts just after
5:30,
lunch.
I believe.
Oh,
so
the actual skills competition,
yeah.
but there'll be
I
music.
believe there's minor ball before the
Okay,
All-Star skills
leading
as well.
into
Okay.
it. And I know because I'm involved with the Jam Sports Hall of Fame, there's displays that'll be yet to be defined in the hours, but on Saturday and Sunday, we have certain artifacts from the Sports Hall of Fame that we'll be setting up, and then people can take a look at during that time. And for you people who are from Chatham, you realize you know where Dunn Street is, and so Tweedsmuir will be closed between Queen and Dunn Street, which is just opposite the soccer field beside us, the field house, during that time. So it'll be like a street party in a way. you can wander up and down Tweedsmuir and participate.
So 3-1 the count. This at bat I've been watching is kind of interesting. 3 straight breaking balls, and then the fastball high, and then there's another one right in. So it looks like he's almost pitching backwards, starting with that breaking ball. What's an advantage to that? Is it just a comfort thing for him, or is it just him and Ansari working well together?
There is that for sure. You dance with who brung you, sort of thing. If you're throwing a breaking ball that's breaking and throwing it for strikes, stick with it. And it appears that might be what he's doing.
Because the fastball we've seen either ride up and in on the righty or get yanked down and away. As we see the new jerseys, these are their third jerseys or extra ones, the Misters. Hamilton has over 100 natural waterfalls in their city limits. Is that a swing? Did he get a piece of it? No, he didn't. So he's out. You can see the umpire shaking his head saying no.
A little disagreement there.
Well, the bench for Hamilton is known for expressing a word or two here and there. But, yeah, they've had over 100 waterfalls in the area. I don't know if we saw it there. There's also a smoke, a little plume of smoke because of the steel factories there is kind of the theme behind their alternate jerseys here today for the Hamilton Cardinals. So
I like our Sunday uniforms,
the Maple
City.
City. Oh, they're beautiful, as you can see.
Great colors.
There's the hat right there. It's just an excellent design. And there's jerseys, I'm sure, kicking around here somewhere. Rigby's searching the locker room. I'm sure he'll find something that he's not supposed to get into, but he will. But, yeah, no, the design was very good. And you can see, that's okay, Riggs. They probably put away. There's a fly ball right field down the line. Can't see what's going on. Umpire out. I saw an out sign from the base ump, so that's a F9.
It's a good thing we've been around the ball diamond.
Yeah,
we're sort of
you know who to look for.
Piecing together a few things.
I try and do that to Mike, okay? Mike is an outstanding play-by-play. He'll be looking for that ball, and as we all know, or anyone who's been up in that booth knows, you're not going to find that ball. So as soon as the ball disappears, my eyes go right to the umpire because he'll tell you fair, foul, safe, out, home run.
We have a bit of a obstructed view in the broadcast booth.
So there's some polls. But this is the inning Eden Ryan needed. He needed a quick 1-2-3 if this is going to be a piggyback situation. It's looking like he's around 40 pitches if the pitch count is accurate on the 41 on the – and just some confidence and also maybe get those bats as there's a fly ball left field. That's going to be Mackey. Let's see if Mackey can make the catch. He does not. Again, we can't see if it was past him or not.
Double.
Yeah. Again, no ability. So definitely not a Dupuis Media Productions type quality broadcast over there in Hamilton today. So, and then some of the camera operators, Tom Sr., and Wesley. Am I missing anyone off the top of my head? And Cole and his team do an outstanding job, Ed.
We've had a lot of positive comments about our telecast and our technical abilities from people that I know. And
I'm looking at the hat, Mr. Mulligan. I assume they have the snapbacks here, so they're not just all fitted. So I'm sure they can either at the what's the sportswear we sell on the hats there, Ed? The Pro Shop, Chatham Pro Shop, or
St.
at
Clair
the merch
Street.
stand at the stadium.
Yeah.
I imagine they would have both available. And I've seen the hoodies. They're really good as well. So, and we got a few people on the chat we're seeing. Again, cheering on their Barnstormers. If you're watching from somewhere outside the CK community, let us know. We saw some of our Finnish friends out there. They enjoy these afternoon games because I think it was 7 hours, I want to say, a 6-7 hour.
We tried to figure it out that one.
Yeah, they mentioned. I just don't recall. But it's late Sunday evening on Father's Day in Europe, in Finland, where they're at right now. So happy Father's Day out there as well. My daughter sent me a message talking about Father's Day, saying Happy Father's Day, and then she has to tell me the origin of it. It was a gentleman who actually fought on both sides of the Civil War, the blue and the gray, the North and the South, and his wife, as we get the third out, yeah, we do. His wife had passed away, and he went back to war, and he had 14 kids at home. So that, and for whatever reason, that was he was the origin for Father's Day somehow.
Oh, really? I've never heard that.
Assuming the research that she did, my daughter Brooke did, that's what we've heard. So interesting. Had 14 kids at home and says, "No, I'm just going to stay at war. I'm just going to switch sides," and I didn't want to come back home. So yeah. So that's we're going to step away as we got out of that inning on the drop third strike, but Ansari was able to complete the out. We'll step away quickly as we head to the fourth.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back at the Fieldhouse. We're heading to the top of the fourth. Barnstormers trail by 1, 2-1. Aiden Ryan looks like he's had some issues. If it wasn't for those errors, he would have been battling.
Yep. Two early first and second innings, weren't they? One error in each of the innings.
The lead off the game and then
led to runs and not a difficult start.
I didn't look at the box score, but they by my reading, they both should be unearned runs against. Aiden Ryan if they were scored properly, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So
hopefully we've
and they were not scored properly, so one of them they counted as an earned run. So I'll take a closer look at that as we go.
Yeah.
Gurney's going to lead things off. You can see the scoreboard at the bottom. So the Hamilton leading 2-1. Barrie doesn't look like it's quite a final yet, having no problem with Kitchener 15-4. It's been a high-scoring week. 3-2 London. That game's just getting started, I believe.
The Toronto Guelph is left over from yesterday.
That was the rain out from yesterday. And what was that? Sorry, the Welland one? 20, did I see?
20-6.
20-6 against
a lot of runs, man.
So there's some
football
scores, some CFL scores there this week.
Take a total weekend runs produced. Some of these teams are racking up a lot of runs.
Well, coming in today, you asked for it, Ed. I got it. Coming into today, there was an average of 19.3 runs per game this week. And 3.5 homers per game in the 11 games before today's. I haven't finished my math on today's game, but today doesn't look like it's any less. So, it's been are the hitters better? Are the pitchers worse? Any thoughts?
Yeah, thoughts. Yes. Logically, you'd think that's very unusual, but it continues. It's not letting up. There's some big runs.
About 53 runs scored today already.
Yeah, in three only about two full games and 2 games that are partial, as the umpire looks like he's shaking off an injury off a foul ball. But runs for the year are up. We're averaging 14 runs a game, which is up from 12.2 last year, and home runs 2.7 per game this year, 2 last year. And that was even up from 2024 as well. So runs everywhere are up. So
we were talking yesterday about ERAs too.
If you go back to team ERAs, I know we saw there was 2 or 3 in the 8s, if I'm not mistaken. As you're working the tablet there, scroll back up and find the team stats right there. Click team stats right there, and then. So what are some, if you scroll just a little bit more, what are the bottom ERAs we're seeing there, Ed, on Brantford and Toronto? Oh, you passed it.
Go.
Just on the right-hand column, you should be.
Oh, ERA, okay.
Here, he's got it now.
Yeah.
Gurney hits one up the middle, out at first base, I believe, or out number 1. So 1 away for the Barnstormers here.
Second baseman to first baseman.
So second baseman, that's what it looked like on the screen. But, again, looked like he hit up the middle, so good play by the second baseman for the Cardinals as there's 1 out and nobody on.
We've got 8.28 for the Maple Leafs and 8.48 for Brantford.
That's skewing that overall. The league average is what, around 6, give or take?
5.86.
So that's pretty high, and I think that's right around where Chatham-Kent is hovering. They're right in that neighborhood.
5.79. So we're
that's
just
a
little
lot
below.
of runs. That's a lot of runs per game, and the whip isn't doing much better. I know I see a lot of 2s over there on those bottom sides for Toronto and Kitchener.
It's quite a range.
Brantford.
I think London leads it with a 3.90.
So yeah.
So your range goes almost double for the ninth.
But I talked about it. I work on the CBL changeup. Hopefully, some of you guys watch the podcast. We'll be filming it the next day or so. They come out on Tuesdays. But when we did the preseason previews, as a breaking ball looks like the strikeout Kean Johnston, we talked about kind of the big 4 of the league: London, Barrie, Hamilton, and Welland. Seem like they're the 4 destined for the 4 playoff spots. And the other 5 teams, they look like they're going to kind of fight it out for that 5th spot throughout the final 2/3 of the season.
Yeah, we're right at the 1/3 with 16 games. This is our 17th game today.
Yeah, and league-wide this weekend. I think today we hit the 1/3 mark, as there's 2 outs and nobody on for the Barnstormers. Julian Monks has been a good offensively. He's down at the 7 spot now. It's, I guess, a good thing, too. Well, Kean Johnson batting in the 6, so I think we might see that change in a little bit. But Monks down in the 7 hole has had some production.
Yeah, he's produced in the top of the order and down in the 7th in the order. He's continuously made contact with the ball. And, he's had a successful year. I as we said earlier, we're not sure if he's going to be a second baseman or a third baseman. Or maybe shortstop.
Yeah, I don't think that, but
it's interesting when I talked to him way back in our brief spring training, which was a week,
very
10
brief,
days,
yeah.
And he describes himself as a middle infielder. I said, well, what do you mean by a middle infielder? Because that used to be second or short.
Yeah.
Now it's second, short, or third.
Yeah, not just utility.
They regard themselves as interchangeable in those 3 positions. And I think all 3 of our guys do, because Green started at shortstop waiting for Morrison. Morrison came, played 1 game at shortstop, and all of a sudden he goes back to second base. Green goes to short.
They're still feeling things out.
And Monks went from second to third.
As this one's hit hard. Tough throw. That's going to get by him, so he should be able to advance on a 2-base error. That's Monks getting on the 2-base error, so good job by him. I was checking out the chat. I don't know if Cole, you can bring it up. Our friend Greg Kemble was on it. He's watching, saying hi. He did a tremendous job. I don't know if you got a chance to watch.
I didn't.
So it's back on the last Barncast right behind us. He did an outstanding tutorial on the 1 knee down versus the 2 knee down, or sorry, not 2 knee, but the traditional catcher stance. And it was
squat.
And it was just great. He talked about how the different levels between youth baseball, how he preferred more the traditional while you're still learning the position. The major leagues, he noticed there are some advantages from both the framing, the life to your legs and your knees, and just everything with the 1 knee down. And he even showed me on even a throw to second base. You wouldn't think with a knee down you'd be able to have that pop time. But with Fukuda and Oda with the knee down, he kind of showed us on the tutorial that, yeah, it can be a bit of an advantage for that. And then somewhere in the middle of the CBL, you got to find that happy medium.
And it's difficult for some guys it restricts their mobility in blocking a ball. It's to your right or left, depending on which knee's down.
Yeah.
Because it leaves you open. If your right knee is down and you have to move to your right, it's far more difficult than just putting your foot out and sliding.
Exactly. And thanks from Thomas Law. That's one of the camera operators, I believe, enjoying the Barncast today. He does a tremendous job on either the field camera or the first or third base cameras for the Barnstormers TV. Saw a couple other people chiming in there as well, enjoying the broadcast. So, Moises Brito, Brad. Technically, yes, he's with the team. Is he in country? No, he is not. Do we know when he's coming? No, we do not.
Would he like to be in the country? Yes, he would.
We assume he would.
Yes.
We do not know. There's been a number of CBL players, John Javier, I'm sure if I researched it a little bit more, that have been having trouble. It seems more out of the DR to get the visas required to play in the league. I know our newest Japanese player, Ryoya Oi. Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah. as a fly ball. He had some issues with his visa, but they were able to figure things out as the inning comes to an end. And Mackey flies out. He's 0 for 2 today. So Brad, we'll see if we get him. And I don't know if we'll go to a different direction because we've obviously can get visas because we have Japan and Finland and U.S. and all over the place, but unable to get that one. So
France. We got the one guy or two. Both of our French players are French citizens.
Yeah.
And
does Monks carry a dual? I would imagine.
So I was just going to wonder.
I would imagine
he was born in Boston.
If he was born, I would imagine. Yeah, so he'll carry the dual.
Yeah.
And then even Grayson Barrett carries a dual, as you talked about with his
born in Winnipeg.
His father being from Winnipeg. Was he born in Winnipeg or was he born in California, Grayson?
He said he was born in Winnipeg.
Okay, so he definitely holds probably both as well with his parents. So to get the Barns down, we're heading to the bottom of the fourth, I believe. We'll see if Aiden Ryan comes back out. I don't know if he's only pitched in shorter stints.
It may have been predetermined that you're going 3 innings or whatever it was, and people some of the pitchers may have been told that going in.
And we're getting word that he's still on the mound there. So the pitch count, I don't think was too bad. We haven't seen a walk.
45 pitches.
45
through 3 innings
45.
and 15 pitches per inning.
The ratio.
18 balls, 27 strikes,
That's
no
not
walks,
bad.
3
Not
strikeouts.
bad.
Okay, yeah, and like I said, not spectacular, but okay.
Yeah. The ratio you're shooting for, once again, is twice as many strikes as balls. And if you have that, you're probably being successful.
And then the pitch count, you want to be in that 15 15's perfect. You don't want to reach that 20 per inning. So he's right. He's right at 15 per inning right now.
20 per inning, you're looking at 180 pitches.
Yeah.
So.
But nowadays, no one's going to pitch those. But you can go 6 for 120. That's pushing it. If you're doing 20, you're only going to usually go 5. You're going 6 at 16. That's 96 pitches. So that's kind of what you see as a standard these days. If you can get 6 innings, you get that quality start possibly. So it was felt that it might be a piggyback a little bit, as you see Aiden Ryan still on the mound. So Thibaut Macadier is supposed to be up. As squares the bunt foul. As charging in from third. That was Monks coming in from third base. So, again, a couple of Barnstormer errors. Last night, Hamilton, they came into the game with only 5 errors committed and 3 last night, and a couple of them led to that grand slam from Yoshinoda extending that inning against any chance you can beat Owen Boone.
The scoreboard was interesting at certain parts in time last night, and we were out hit by 2.
Yeah.
9-7, I think it was, and 1 by 1.
And I know the team is getting closer. Coming into tonight, the Barnstormers are at 991 all-time hits. So coming into today, we're 9 away. We're getting some audio back from Hamilton. We might try. So I haven't caught how many hits we have today. That one's in the dirt, checked over the first. We can't see the first base umpire, so we don't know. And we have 3 hits today, so we're 6 hits away, Ed, from 1,000 career hits in regular season.
Yeah.
But there's been some exciting ones. Yoshinoda just a couple weeks ago sending that big one. So, and then talking about the bunting. So Luis Bernardo is the manager, the Finnish friend Sinusu, asking about a lot of bunting. Is that something maybe in the Dominican game you might see a little bit more of, the small ball?
It might be. I really can't speak to that. I'm just not sure. Even when you look at major league teams, there's 2 different schools of thought on small ball. And small ball meaning you play for a run, not for a rally.
And it's really changed with the analytics over the last 10 years, let's say.
The stats guys tend to think you should go for bigger innings.
Yeah, you don't want to give away an out. You only get 3 in an inning. You don't want to hand them 1.
You deal with traditionalists who've been in the sport for a long time, like to go every once in a while with their gut feeling and say, well, let's play for a run. And if we play for a run, an inning.
Let's see if they do it here, because a man on first who is up the bat, that's Reyes in the 7 hole. And speed on first base with Dominguez. So I saw Greg asking about, we did talk about the Misters uniform. There's the good shot of the jersey there you can kind of see the waterfall, 100 waterfalls in the Hamilton area. Scott Curry said the most waterfalls per capita are in Hamilton. and then a little plume of a smokestack there of a cloud for just the steel mills and the factories in the Hamilton area. So we'll see if he squares. He's swinging away. That's a chopper. That's going to be a tough ball. We can't see. Oh, looks like they might have got two. Two for the price of one. So a similar play to the last play of the game last night.
Right over the
high chopper over the pitcher.
Yep.
I want to say Morrison might have done that 6 unassisted on the double play. That would have been a tough flip to the second baseman.
Because he'd be going past second base.
So
he made a great play last night. If you saw the game, he got the ball over second base on a short hop. Had to get the ball across his body over to first base.
It made a good, strong throw. Grayson was able to stretch it out. It was close. It was definitely a close play at first, and I even talked to Dom after the game, and he says, yeah, if he doesn't get that ball, we might be still out on that field playing when we were talking to him.
True.
So,
it was very close.
And it was Dylan's game. There was no one in the pen that I saw.
Yeah, no, there was not. We made comment on that. And but he must have been out because the umpire said so.
And the Barnstormers needed one of those. We've had a couple that feel like you're going against the way. The baseball gods say they're all supposed to even out after at some point.
That's what they say.
But you always feel like you get the short end of it when you're in a 4-game slump. So it's nice to see the Barnstormers get that one, especially in front of those home fans who are so loyal.
They really are. I've commented several times. So you see somebody who's been bombed on the pitching mound, and he gets a standing ovation when he comes out of the game.
So there's a nice strikeout, double play strikeout, gets Aiden out of 4 complete innings. Barnstormers still trailing by a run. We're going to step away. You're watching another edition of the Enyo Barncast. We're going to be right back.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers summer camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers summer camps are the place to be. From July.
We're back, everybody. We got a guest with us here today, and almost becoming a regular guest here. Rigby, welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's my mute? There you go, Riggs. Welcome to the Barncast.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here again. Second time in a row.
I just saw in the commercials. I hope you watch those commercials. I know Enyo has a lot of their specials. They're also doing some great stuff in the community. I know they donate money for every strikeout this year. The Bigger Than Bugs strikeout. So Cam Bayshard and his group, Bigger Than Bugs, Thomas. Yep. They do a great job within the community, donating some money. Last year, I think it was $1,000 to Special Olympics. No, go ahead.
$1,000 to Special Olympics Chatham was the outcome of all the strikeouts for the pitchers.
Yeah, and then he has a continuing education one as well.
Yep. So if you're looking to get into a continuing education, I believe it's $1,000 bursary, and you just have to apply on the website.
And then another commercial you're going to see as we're watching Ansari take his count to 1-1 is Leamington runs camps all summer long throughout Chatham-Kent, and they even make them to my neck of the woods out in Leamington. I caught Donnie Menard out there. So from ages 7 to 13, go to the ckbarnstormers.com website, sign up for those. The players come out. They're great, helping out the kids, playing lots of fun games, and maybe they can become a future Barnstormer.
I think there's 5 weeks of summer camps. I believe we start off in Chatham. I think Leamington, Wallaceburg, Dresden, and Chatham again.
Okay. And I think I saw 7 to 13, Riggs. You're out of luck, I think. Your barn. So you still got some years to become a Barnstormer, but This ball is hit towards center field, it appears, to Duncan, and they don't look too concerned about that one. So we're going to say that's the first out of the inning. So your baseball season's going well?
Well, I mean, from last Barncast, it was all right. I haven't really had anything to do yet. Just had a practice yesterday. It wasn't too great.
So, yep. So the practices, you get some, you throw a bullpen session, you get some pitches in.
We didn't have many people there, so we didn't get to do much bullpen. But Coach said if there were more people there, I'd probably be throwing more at people, which wouldn't be fun for them because I'd probably strike them out.
So, yeah, future closer for the Barnstormers here. Rigby Huggins will be from the Blenheim Bees to the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Who's your coach?
His name's Tony Segrin.
Okay, and everyone's out of Blenheim, all the guys that you play with there, like pretty much local kids?
Yeah, they're all local.
Is it a 15U? What's your...
So, they don't have enough U18 players for like one local league team, so they combine U15 with U18 for local league.
And we see Thomas Green come up the bat now as this one hits the dirt. I don't know if Cole can run over and grab that bat for Ed. I want to show Ed Myers the baseball bat Greeny uses, and it was sent to him. He's got an extra one here in the locker room we're going to steal.
Oh.
But it's got the kind of the hockey puck, Ed,
The
almost
puck
that
knob.
pendulum. So I don't know if you've seen a lot of those, Mr. Myers, but tell me your early thoughts on that. And then once, I'm sure he'll show the camera up to your left there, Ed, with that, especially that knob of the bat
That
is
one's
the
big
key.
up there.
Am I there? Yep.
Yeah, there's the knob there. You can see the knob of that
like-
bat there. It's interesting. It's just kind of a weighted handle just to help with that pendulum, Ed.
Yeah, it balances differently with the more weight here.
Because guys want to throw that handle to get the barrel of the bat in, and with that heavier bottom end.
It's going to hold it in a little bit longer.
And I think we can even see it on the screen right now, Greeny using one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he's watching the Barncast, hopefully he doesn't mind us touching his gear.
Yeah.
So
The cops.
we'll see what he can. It just helps him, and he did it as he strikes out on that one. But it just helps with kind of the whip of the bat, getting that a little bit extra bat speed maybe, and just the balance of the swing.
Yeah, I think it holds you back a bit, so you're not lunging at the ball. There's more balance to the bat. I've seen there's been so many variations in a bat over the years.
We've got the torpedo bats now coming out, and
We had the hollowed barrels.
The cups where you get the splinters when you get it off. Because you see the guys, the catchers will place them on home plate when there's a foul ball.
They stand up.
And they stand up. And then just the barrels, they get so thin in here because everyone wants bat speed, and that's why you get some more of those broken bats.
You want to hit, if you're looking at that picture right now, you want to hit the ball on the red part of the bat. You don't want to hit it on the
label
black
or below,
part. Yeah, 'cause
below,
basically, you're trying to hit the ball with the barrel of the bat, whether it's inside, outside. That's where your timing comes into play. You want to hit the ball in front of you, and your critical moment is the extension of your hands.
I talked to Evan when he came back from Grand Valley State. He was taking his batting practice, and he came out. That's when he got a hit, I believe, in his first at bat. But I was like, "How's the adjustment switching to back from aluminum, which you use in NCAA, back to wood?" He just said, "Oh, we'll see." But as we can see this year, it's seemed like he can switch over really quick. So big swing there to make it 2-2. So are you using aluminum or wood, Riggs?
When you age out of U15, you have to use a wood bat.
All throughout OBA. There are some, I'm not sure about the PBLO, Ed, or not, but I know there are still some metal bat leagues. This one's hit down the right field. First baseman's he's going to make it. So the first baseman couldn't quite handle that one, and with the speed of Morrison, it makes defenders have to think a little bit quicker.
Yep, PBLO, when my grandsons played in Sarnia with PBLO, and it was all wood bats. And that gets expensive if you happen to be a parent or a grandparent. You break one of those. If you haven't bought a bat lately, we're talking in the hundreds of dollars, not $5.95 at the hardware store. And even in some stores, they actually have an insurance plan on wooden bats. If you break them within 90 days, they'll replace them, etc., which is quite a change from yesteryear.
So we'll keep an eye on Morrison for the stolen base. But even coaching back in the rookie and mosquito days, I know they're not called that anymore. But some of those metal bats, we ordered some from website, and we got these excellent bats. But when the kids start using those are $500-$600 bats, probably more now, and those ones break too. So it's nothing's going to be perfect. But the NCAA is so set on saying with the metal bats, I think it's probably more of a sponsorship thing than a cost. They don't want to lose that Easton money.
Quite a disagreement too with Major League Baseball. They felt for quite a while that they have the stats aren't accurate when they see somebody
runner
hits,
goes high throw. Oh, got him at second base. So nice. That's a good job by the middle infielder on the high throw to hop up and get the tag. So, but yeah, no, you're saying.
Well, they thought they were inflated stats. Some guy with 45 home runs gets signed by the Detroit Tigers of all guys. And he gets a wooden bat and he hits 15 home runs.
Yeah,
same number of appearances, and Major League cried foul on that, saying if you're going to be in this league where you're going to have to use a wooden bat the minute you sign professionally, we want you using a wooden bat in your when you're between the ages of 19 and 22, 23 when you're in college, and so that argument still goes on. And before, as you mentioned, the aluminum bats. You could drive nails with some of the original ones. There was no balance. No. They were just functional. They didn't break, so therefore they were good.
Yeah.
And that's now they've become really refined and
I know they have kind of deadened some of those aluminum bats a little bit in the NCAA.
Their fear of some injuries.
Yeah, because that bat, the exit velo is just pitchers can't react to it. Even we've seen base coaches get hit by it as well. They play, I don't know if any of your grandkids are played in some of the wood bat summer leagues. A lot of these college kids will go either Cape Cod League, there's the Western Professional Baseball League in Canada, and those would be wood bat leagues.
And that has a lot to do with pro teams. They want to see guys hit with wooden bats.
They trust the summer ball stats more than they would sometimes. And then plus also the talent level. You get some of these SEC teams playing against maybe the early schedule against lesser teams, and you see those CBL type scores where there's 20 runs put on the board. So that's
age old. You have a few lollipop games on your schedule if you're looking at overall record, and you're playing 30 games and you play against 10 teams that have no chance against you, and that's 10 victories, and you can also record those as I beat this team 15-1, and this team, that's other factors. Who did you play and who did you beat? And it's always been that's never changed.
So you've probably switched recently, Rigby, from a few years ago. You were using the metal and you switched over the wood. What do you remember? Any changes? Like obviously that aluminum bat feels much lighter to come through the zone.
Last year, I don't really see a difference because I couldn't hit last year at all, so I wouldn't really.
You don't know what the ball felt off the bat, regardless, or
only for the last tournament, for our tournament of the game. I didn't get a double. I got 2 doubles in 2 games, and it was great, but haven't really done anything else with the aluminum bat. But I have been getting good with the wood bat, though. I currently use a bamboo or composite bat during bats, so feels great.
So Aiden Ryan's now in the 5th inning of work. Ed, are we seeing our new 4th starter? We have Yuri, Akatsuka, and Dakota seem to be pretty set as our 1-2-3. Tebow has struggled a little bit as of late.
Could be.
Is this an audition for that 4 spot?
Well, I think it's open. I think we need a someone you can rely on taking the ball every.
Oh, as he hangs a breaking ball, we jinxed the heck out of him right there. His breaking ball was doing really well up until he left that one up in the zone. And the old expression, if it's high, let it fly.
Mm-hmm.
So a solo home run, I think that was Angel Guerrero, and I'm getting the nod. So home run aside, Aiden Ryan has been impressive today.
Yeah, he, I say, unfortunately, had 2, we think there were 2 unearned runs.
Yeah,
from what
they
we
should
could
have
gather.
been.
And, that those things happen. But he has been throwing his breaking ball with more authority than he has been. He seems to have a lot of confidence in that today.
That seems to be his get me over pitch, and then now you're on your heels if you're a batter. Is he going to double up with the slow pitch? Does he have he does have some velo. That's one thing Aiden does have. He does have some velo, and I don't know if there's a third pitch. Is there a change in there?
And the big thing too is which way do you want to set up for your fastball, or do you want to set up your curveball with the fastball? And it appears that he has been setting up his fastball with breaking stuff.
And we talked about that with Greg Kemble a little bit the other day. And then even Dakota, he kind of does that as well. When he has that biting slider working, and he's got the hard slider, but he also has the slow curve.
He throws off speed.
And then plus a strong velo, as we see Cole playing with the strikeout box here today. So having that third pitch in the major leagues, and I would assume at this level as well, as we watch this pitch, swings through it, you almost need that third pitch. You can't be a starting pitcher and expect to go 85 to 100 pitches without having that third pitch.
Well, if you watch you guys, pitchers playing catch, they're always experimenting with the third pitch. And there's so many different ways to alter the flight of a baseball, mainly to do with your release points.
And put that ball up a little bit more, Ed, or unless you want to put Ed on the big and the game on the small.
Yeah, no, anyway, it just starts with release. And one of the ones that we talked about this a bit last year, split fingers. And what happens upon releasing the ball, you take the spin off the ball. And when you release the ball here, you're changing the velocity right away. And that comes from the theory that when you throw a baseball, you don't put the ball back in your hand, you throw it with your fingers. And so when you look at the grip of a pitcher, you should always see a gap between the ball and its palm.
And my stubby little fingers don't do that as much. So, but you have to have those big hands.
And if you want going back another step, if you want to throw a changeup or off speed, you push the ball further back in your hand right to here. And that's where the circle change came from.
And the ball will roll out.
Yeah, the ball comes here and it'll come out like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Because there's a circle right there.
Frank Viola is the one I think of when you say circle change.
And it's basically the other fingers don't have anything to do with the pitch. So when you release the ball, it's coming out here. Now, depending on what you do with the release point, you release it like that, it'll have the screwball rotation, go this way. Well, release it there, it'll come through like a slider. And so all the variations you can get just to reduce the velocity, and you say, well, why wouldn't you want to throw the ball as hard as you can every time? Because you're playing against some pretty good hitters.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
And they're setting up for you. Say, throw it. You want to throw it hard? Throw it hard. So anytime you can change the spin or the velocity or the release of a pitch, like this, they used to throw a slip pitch, so-called. It was a changeup where you had no seams whatsoever.
Okay.
And you put your fingers out here, and you had no spin off the release point of into your two fingers, and you let the ball go out here. And the ball comes out and knuckles.
Okay.
It doesn't spin. It floats and flutters. And so that's, again, an easy way to change the velocity of a pitch. Is simply your release point and how you grip the ball.
And the two main fastballs I want to talk about a little bit. We saw Akatsuka the other night. Greg and I were talking about. He has a little two-seamer. Also, they kind of two-seamer and a sinker, kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
so it kind of has that little Scroogey action. You're even saying Dakota was doing some of that the other night.
Yeah.
He's doing more. He's turning it over.
Upon release, he's letting it go here.
And that, as opposed to a two-seamer and a sinker, would be
just a straight release. It will drop.
Okay.
And again, if you get a bit of a slider action if you let it go here, and again your arm angle, the old Sandy Koufax thing where he threw from
right over
12
the top,
o'clock right straight down. The ball's going to come down, as opposed to Garrett Day, who throws from here.
A little three-quarter action. He's got his ball has that little tailing.
He actually has a circle change that goes up.
Okay, yeah, because it's coming
it's coming from here, and it actually will go up at the end of the release. So pitching is really an art, and you see pitchers continuously experimenting with grips and release points, pressure points, and they're always fooling around with different pitches. They're always trying different things. They talk to each other about how do you release the ball in this situation, and it's not how hard you throw.
No.
It's good to have it in the bag of tricks, but to think that you're just going to throw the ball by everybody is...
That's why they call it pitching and not throwing.
Pitching, yeah. Throwers don't pitch.
Speaking of curveballs, Thibaut Mercadier is now in the game for the Barnstormers. So Aiden Ryan went 4 strong, so 4+. He gave up 3 runs. 2 of them should have been unearned, but it looks like the scorer had other ideas, so I'll take a look at that later. And then a single to Duncan. So he's got a man on and nobody up as the first one's popped up. Let's see how Ansari can handle this one. Ansari's in a tornado here. Did he catch it?
I
think he caught it.
He got it.
That's it. How tough is that for a catcher? We talked about that
I don't
with
think he
Greg Kemble.
caught it. I think Monk's caught it.
Yeah, Monk's caught it, but
Yeah, okay.
as a catcher,
He was going...
he got stuck in a tornado there.
Thing you have to realize, too, is that a foul ball is...
Naturally.
It's like a 9-iron or a wedge is to golf. It's spinning backwards. And so...
Maybe you're 9-iron, but not mine.
when you turn, as a catcher, you turn, find the ball, it'll come back to you. Don't chase it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, I think. Looking at the ball.
I got to show you the highlight from the game, the Barncast the other night at Welland, as that's high strike. There was a pop fly that landed in front of the pitcher's circle, caught by the catcher with his back to the backstop.
So he was back.
The third baseman was playing way back, and Oda just ran, and he didn't even basket catch it. He caught it up, and Greg and I were just in awe of that one because it was a windy night in Welland the other night. And infielders had no chance. The pitcher didn't have a shot, but Oda was tremendous coming out. He couldn't. There was no way if he did the traditional, you're taught to turn your back to the infielders and then maybe back. You know, you don't want to backpedal because that's when you can stumble.
That's where conditions dictate other.
Yeah, we can't see the flags there.
Methods, yeah.
I saw a little bit of a breeze in the trees, but
that's the traditional mistake you see with a catcher is they turn and chase the ball, and when you chase the ball is coming back to where you left.
And hopefully you didn't drop your catcher's gear right
right
there.
Turn, find the ball, take the mask off,
throw the other direction.
The opposite way to where you think the ball is going to land, and let the ball come to you.
That looks like a line drive base hit the left field against Mercadier. So Mercadier is another one of those guys where his feels like his strike and his get-me-out pitch is that slow breaking ball.
Yeah.
He's been having trouble with that. He gave up 7 runs in 4 innings at Guelph on Tuesday.
He hasn't pitched a lot in Chatham. I've only seen him briefly last Sunday during our rainout, and
yeah, he did pitch a little bit before that. Maybe unless it was the game you were away.
The one Friday night game, I think, was he pitched that night when I was.
Because I remember seeing him because I had a little in my Bigger Than Bugs segment for him. I did it en français, not very well. My son talked me through, sent me the text for it. So the fans got a kick out of my very, very poor quality of French. So Mercadier now with the left-handed hitter up. This should be Herman, I believe. Oh, no, McGill. Herman got on. And this looks like a double to the wall. That's going to score 1. And I assume the ball gets away, but no extra advance. So it should be second and third. And it is. So the Barn getting in a little bit of trouble here again. This happens, unfortunately, quite a bit with the Barnstormers when they don't just give up 1 sometimes. They give up some crooked numbers.
Bundles.
So it should be 4-1 now. The score still has 3-1. I'm sure they'll switch that on the bug as Rempel's coming to bat. So again, Mercadier not helping his cause to try and win that 4th spot back as he comes in and immediately gives hits to 2 out of the 3 batters he's faced. So we'll see if he can settle down now that we're in the middle of the order. This should be Rempel now, the batters, as it's now 4-1. Spikes looks like a fastball down in the dirt. And that was the one Greg was talking about. It's probably the hardest one, the 58-foot fastball. Because the curveball, you can kind of predict it. Usually changes direction, get the chest in front of it.
Square, yeah.
But the fastball is coming, obviously, at the higher velocity. But it's so difficult to block.
Yeah, and it'll skip on you.
And you can see him on the one knee, and sorry. That's a good pitch. he didn't even check his swing, and you see the manager of the Hamilton Cardinals, Luis Bernardo. So this is a big at-bat here. Second and third, I would imagine everyone's in on the infield. Second base, yeah. So everybody's in. They can't afford to give up any more runs here. that timing on the lights is really short here.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
And there was.
We'll just have to keep Cole doing jumping jacks over on the far side, or have Rigby just keep running circles around the locker room. So we were asking Rigby earlier when Scott was here, past or present, your favorite Barnstormer. Is there someone that you pay extra attention to, or just maybe someone you met personally and like that's your guy? Can you think of
So
someone?
like from the start of the season?
In 3 years of Barnstormer baseball, it could be someone who's no longer with the team. It could be a guy that you just met yesterday. It even could be Ed.
So Spencer Marcus, he's a pretty good guy.
So tell us more about him. I know you know him a little bit.
So the first time I met him, like close to each other, he was supplying for my religion teacher.
As a teacher, yep.
Yeah, at UCC. And a couple other times he supplied for my gym class as well for my second semester. And so he's a really nice guy. I asked him to sign my ball during that class. I got a picture with him. It was pretty cool. But I heard he started to teach at one school.
Yeah, he's got a full-time teaching job, and unfortunately, I think he's dealing with a knee injury. I'm going to listen to this
Mercadier sets.
As McCarty has a big full count pitch. Just missed. So that's going to walk. The bases are now loaded. So, yeah, he had a bit of a knee injury with the Barnstormers last year. And last I heard, he's awaiting surgery, so we don't know how his baseball career is going to go forward. But congratulations to him. He's got his teaching job, so a full-time. What school? Do you know, Ed? What school?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see if someone on the chat knows. Looks like I see the wind starting to blow. That jersey was really shaking on the runner that just walked. He's waiting to address the batter. So we've seen that in the major leagues, Ed, where maybe Tebow came set and Dominguez wasn't quite in the box. We're not dealing with a clock yet, but we can just imagine. And there's JP chiming in, CBL's best ball shagger. So you work for the team now, Riggs. Are you keeping these balls, or are you returning them to Dom? Because these baseballs are expensive.
So,
there's a story. Okay.
So, yes, I always give the balls back during batting practice, and then during the game, when I take all the balls, I go to return them, but
hang on.
Charging is Gurney. He will make the catch. Herman tagging from third. The throw home is cut off.
So a sac fly. Go ahead, Riggs.
So any foul ball that I would get, I would go to return. But she told me this one kid was wanting to see if he could save up a bunch of them to give back and stuff.
Yeah.
And for something better, and so she told me to hold on to it and maybe trade up for something that you want to get.
I think if you return a foul ball to the merch stand, they give you something. A credit
I have one in my bag I could go grab, but it's it's a different kind of ball where you can give to the players to sign.
Okay. Oh, it's a souvenir. You're not building. Yeah. At one point, I thought they were giving even credits for merchandise. That might have been back in season number 1. So
yeah, they did.
So because I know you get those foul balls and they're going all over the place at Tweedsmuir and off that gentleman's house there
the posse takes
off. Tough play at first base here. Oh, they got the force at second. So good job on the chopper to get out of it. So it's 5-1. But yeah, no, this is an expensive league. Diamond Times umpires will stay with this one. It's definitely that's why we're so thankful for all these sponsors. Enyo, there's so many of them. Enyo helps us put this Barncast on, but we wouldn't be able to do it without the community support. It's just there's so many names out there, and I know Mike Stull and his crew. We'll have Mike on a future Barncast, I'm sure. He talks about all the sponsorship, and Cam will tell you himself, Cam Bayshard from Enyo, that it's helped his business. He's gotten out into the community. People know him, and now I don't think he can walk down the street without someone yelling "bigger than bugs" at him now. So
the new thing now is the fans are saying you got Enyo'd.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
Colin,
our fan with the chirps from the crowd. So it's definitely a family out in that crowd with the sponsors and all the local characters.
Jeff Comiskey has been in a few commercials
with the Japanese players. I saw that one. That was excellent.
Yeah,
put on by our own Cole Dupuis, produced by.
Yeah, it was very good.
And then I'm sure Jeff's going to have a busy time during that All-Star game coming up.
He lives just down the street across Queen.
I think he usually has a little party during opening day, but I'm sure he'll have a 2-day party for.
I have to ask him that.
We'll have to stroll over there, I guess, at some point if we ever get a break.
Crash his party.
We'll have to stroll over and see what we can see over at the Derby during the Derby day. So this is Ramirez. Which Ramirez are we looking at? I can't. Do they have a Luis? That's okay. Cole's working on it. So Adames is done through 5 innings. He only gave up the 1 run. Morrison singled, stole, and then Grayson Barrett on his 100th career CBL hit. I don't know if you were here for that or not, Rigby.
I think it was over in the corner.
So 100 career hits. We saw Spencer Marcus reach that feat last year, and Evan Morrison is not too far behind now in his second year. So we got, and then the Barnstormers are also inching closer to 1,000 career hits in the franchise in the regular season. So we had 3 earlier. I don't know if we're still at 3. I think we're at 4 now. So we need to get a rally. We scored so many runs again that we scored 7 runs. How many innings has it been since we've scored a run now, Ed? We scored our last run in the 4th inning. I'm looking at the box score. We scored in the 4th inning, Cole. So, no, I mean last night.
Oh, yeah. So that was our last run. Was the 4th inning yesterday.
Yeah, we scored
5 runs.
Yeah, we've
innings.
only gotten 1 run since the 4th inning yesterday. So we've gone pretty much 9 innings now, scoring only 1 run. So we got to get something going, especially with Grayson Barrett middle of the order, as we're in the top of the 6th. As Rigby, okay, this worked in well, and Rigby's going to the rally cap. He's got the Chicago Cubs one. And then hopefully if Fergie is in town for the All-Star game, maybe you can get him to sign your Cubs hat. I actually have an autographed Cubs hat. My son gave me last year. So Grayson Barrett, he's been a great hitter for the Barnstormers this year.
By the way, the Tigers did win today, 5-4 in 10 innings. They swept the White Sox 3 games in a row.
The first place White Sox.
The former first place.
They're out now?
White Sox. And I think the Tigers are going to make a run now.
Who passed the White Sox?
I'm
not even sure who's.
Okay. Trying to think who's up there now.
That division.
Kansas City is in 5th. Detroit is in 4th.
Minnesota? No.
Cleveland?
Oh, jeez. Wow. Kind of a weaker division.
See, you thought I wouldn't know.
I'd say that's a little bit of a weaker division as Barrett reaches base to lead off an inning. So this is what the Barnstormers needed. Leadoff hitter on base in the form of Grayson Barrett. You got the couple power hitters coming up in Oda and Gurney coming up. So who we got on the thing? There's we need to get this rally going before this pitcher settles in. You're definitely correct. And we've seen that, Ed. We've seen a lot of, not just relievers, all pitchers. You turn into a different pitcher when there's a guy standing behind you at first base.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you build your own sort of pressure.
And you can see a shift now. Look at that middle infield there, Ed.
Cheating
right
over
at the
second
thing.
base.
We don't have the rule where they can cross over, to my knowledge.
They can't go on the outfield grass. So
you can.
You can?
You can. I've seen Morrison against Josh Williams.
Okay.
Morrison was hovering well back onto the grass.
I wasn't sure either.
We haven't adopted that invisible line up the middle or the heels on the dirt one either. As Oda goes down swinging, it looks like. So that was 3 quick pitches to get Oda out. So, but yeah, no, with that one, you are able to go on the grass because Josh Williams, the former Barnstormer, kind of a dead pull hitter. He had a home run today. Morrison, when we played up in Kitchener a couple weeks ago, twice was deep in the hole and was playing that shallow right field. And Williams, not the fleetest of foot, they were able to get him out
that's
first.
what they banned in Major League.
And I like it. What are your thoughts on that? Did you like the switching of that, or are you a traditionalist?
No, you mean switching to
like heels on the dirt and the balance.
I like that because I think they exaggerated the shifts, and it was an unfair advantage to the defense.
Yeah.
And that a lot of the the good actually the counter argument to that is if you're that good of a hitter, hit the ball the other way to the holes.
Exactly. You're Tony Gwynn, you're Wade Boggs.
Whichever way you want to interpret that.
So Gurney trying to bund himself on as a base hit. You can see that even the third baseman playing the shift. He's almost moved over to the shortstop position.
Yeah.
In the background in the Barnstormers bullpen, hopefully our Finnish friend is on there. Konsta Karika is warming up in the bullpen. And he looks like he's throwing for real down there, Ed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him come in. So Wake everybody up in Finland if they're asleep. Costa Rica's coming in the ball game, it looks like. Oh, this is trouble. A 4-3 double. Oh, they're seeing if they missed the tag at second. Let's listen in.
At first, he made an effort to tag Barrett, who dodged the tag effort. Herman realized, hey, at this point, I'm close enough to first that I may as well just throw there anyway.
He said, yeah, he didn't tag him.
So then it became a question of whether Barrett left the baseline. Third base ump Ryan
Didn't
Herron
look like he
ruled
left the
did not.
baseline. That's an interesting play. As a base runner, you're taught to, when that ball goes to the second baseman, do anything you can to avoid that tag, even if it's running in the right field and have him chase you. In this case, the second baseman did a poor job of not getting that lead runner.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been trying to see some of the particulars of it, but
He just he went to reach over to get Barrett for the quick 4-3 double play,
He wasn't
and
there.
reached out and didn't get Barrett. Took the quick out at first and thought he would maybe get a baseline violation. But the runner is allowed to establish his own baseline. People are sometimes mistaken.
yeah, you can reach out with your arm.
That it's not just the baseline you're running at. Is when a fielder comes to attempt the tag on you, that's when that baseline is established.
Because there really isn't a baseline.
You
It's
can-
arbitrary.
Yeah, if you want to run on the outfield grass, as long as you touch each of the bases, you're safe.
Yep.
But as soon as a defender attempts to make a play on you, tag you out, that's when that 3-foot range kind of comes into play, and it's so
Very
subjective,
subjective, yeah.
from the umpires.
It's exactly the word I was thinking of.
And there was a play not too long ago with the Blue Jays where they benefited from that call, where I think it was Ernie Clement might have ran a little bit out and actually led to a win for the Blue Jays. They had a big inning. So I'm going to turn up the volume of C14 while we have a little bit of audio from them. And there's a big at-bat, runner in scoring position at 2
Ramirez
outs.
set the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is even now.
Johnson really
At
having
2-2.
trouble with that breaking ball today. He's such a big body. It's got to be tough, like so much plate to cover.
Yeah. Keeps his weight back well. I'm surprised he has that much trouble with a breaking pitch.
Two-strike offering for Ramirez. Close.
Not like he's leaning toward the pitch.
And here's my thought. I haven't talked to anyone about this. He's so tall, but he sits down so low. It feels like those high velo pitches up in the zone are tough to catch up to because look how low a 6'5" body. He doesn't look 6'5" right there.
No.
To the number 6 hitter, Johnston.
As he fights that one off. I used to tell some of my hitters, the tall guys, I want them to be tall, like use your body. It just feels like he's in such a squat, and then he's got almost that hitch to try and catch up to that high velo in this league. If there's a guy throwing 90+, he can't catch up.
Baseball stances are a whole different topic, right? You see how some of the weirdest stances. And
There's never two alike.
No.
That's in trouble. Strike 3 on the outer half, so Kean Johnston going down looking there, so not a great at-bat for Kean there to end the 6th inning. So we're through 5.5. Hamilton's up 5-1. We're going to step away a quick break. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse at Fergie Jenkins Field.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers summer camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers summer camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Bottom of the sixth, we're just doing our own little sixth-inning stretch. I was stretching. Ed's gone for a little walk. Riggs is sticking to that rally cap, but we're not up the bat right now, Riggs. Don't you got to kill it when the other team's up?
I don't know how that.
What's the rally cap rule? Is there a rally cap rule out there?
I don't know. I just seen someone on YouTube do it, and I was just like, man, if it works for him, then I guess it could work for me.
I'm just worried we're going to see a bunch of hits from Hamilton now.
So should I take it off?
That's dealer's choice, I guess. So Consta Carica is in the game, so we'll see Consta. So we'll see. Hopefully they fix it on the scoring because they haven't done the substitution yet on the CBL app. So Consta Carica. He's got a strong, that one's just high. That looked pretty good. Carica's got a pretty good fastball, split finger fastball. He's looked pretty good at times, Ed, but a couple other times we've seen him struggle here and there.
Young and inexperienced to a point. Certainly has a future as a pitcher. He's a big, strong guy.
Chopping down trees.
Yeah, first time I talked to him, it was a good conversation. But he was the first morning I saw him, the day he came down from Ottawa. He was talking about his split finger. He was showing me his grips and the way he releases it and whatever. Because there's a whole bunch of variations on the split finger, too.
He walks the leadoff hitter on 5 pitches, so that's a problem we've seen with Consta this year, base runners, and then he's one of those guys we talked about turning into a different player when those base runners are on. So up by 4 runs with a 8-hitting DH coming up, so we'll see if they swing away or try and get one more insurance run against the Barnstormers. So actually, this is the 9-hitter Guerrero. Yeah, my mistake. So, yeah, the 9-hitter, so... although Guerrero hit a home run, so I guess if your 9-hitter hit a home run, you can't really ask him to bunt the next time up.
Not usually.
So Guerrero, and Hamilton has really improved their lineup. Guerrero, Reyes, Dominguez, Herman, Duncan, plus a few other supporting casts. So there's our Finnish friends. Constant needs a double play ball here, and there's a nice strike, that little breaking ball there.
It might have been the split finger.
I think that was even. Yeah, they still have McCartier in there, but we know different.
And they're giving him They're giving McCartier the pitches.
We know different, Riggs. That's okay. So a nice 0-2, so he can throw anything he wants here, Ed. And he blows it by him for strike 3. You can see that screen, okay, Ed?
Yep.
Okay. Reminders, let's see some of those people in the chat who's with us still here today. We're going to give away 2 Barnstormer tickets today, either way, for Father's Day. So after the ending, Riggs, you can do it. So we're going to give away those 2 tickets for Father's Day. They're going to be good for any general admission for a future game. We'll pick a winner in the next, maybe tonight we'll do it. We'll find a way maybe on social media or through YouTube to get a hold of you. We'll get you some free tickets to a Barnstormer game. Control's an issue. Yeah, he's definitely young. And that's what Ed was talking about. His head getting better with experience,
yes.
With a little bit of a control
No,
issue.
he has a lot of raw talent. I think with experience and exposure, he'll improve rapidly.
That's a flare to left field. It should be catchable for Mackey. I think it was Mackey that came in to make the catch.
My eyes aren't that good.
Yeah.
I'm looking through
cameras.
3 guys.
Oh, I'm looking at the camera work. So if I'm a cameraman, I'm focusing on the guy that caught the ball.
I'm seeing two players between the left fielder and the ball.
So it looks like Mackey. Mackey's, we've seen him in the infield, but I don't recall seeing him in the outfield too often.
I've seen him pitch. I've seen him second, short, third.
Sing country?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what you call a true utility player. Yeah. When you can pitch, play infield, outfield, and come in and drop some country lyrics.
He broke the ice on the karaoke for sure.
Yep. We had Stephanie Muir hitting the Jolene and Dom coming out with the Cool in the Gang, and then the Ice Ice Baby. So we had like every decade pretty much covered in with our songs. And you can see that velo. You can see the dust popping out of Ansari's glove on that high velo. This is 1 on and 1 out. Again, falling behind 2-0, so he's going to have to find a way to come to the hitter as Nickel, the 2-hitter for the Misters today, the Hamilton Cardinals. And that one looks like it might have caught Ansari somewhere on the forearm there. And that's just a terrible feeling when you're a catcher.
get that numb feeling. Right?
And you said you don't catch too much, Riggs, because I know in your levels they're not allowed to pitch and catch in the same game, so they keep you away from the backstop. But you're a goalie, so a lot of goalies play catcher. Greg Kemble the other day was here saying how he's done both. It's not something that you've ever been interested in catching?
Well, I have been watching stuff on how to catch, like with the framing, with making signs and all that. And I've been trying it out, and it just doesn't seem great to me. And plus, the difference between a catcher and goalie's got way more padding. 1,000%. The chest protector is super thin. The knee pads aren't as big as goalie pads,
But historically, Ed, we've seen that, especially in Canadian baseball. A lot of kids that are playing goalie in the wintertime, the catcher throws the gear at, or the coach throws the gear at that kid.
I'm sure we can list 6 or 8 just like that from people we grew up with. It was automatic in my era.
That's another
Catchers were goalies.
And we see Ross Hyatt. He's a Thibaut McCartier fan. Brad Marchand, an Evan Morrison fan. Evan, that was one of my picks as well. And obviously, Consta is a fan of what are we calling that? Sinusu. I know they have some watch parties with the in Finland for Consta, and they're Barnstormer fans. We have some Michigan. The ones from Michigan always tuning in usually on the game. Portland, Michigan.
Portland, which is just outside of Grand Rapids.
Robert and Susan, I feel like.
I think it was. They because we asked that one night.
And what's their relationship? It's just how'd they find us?
I do not know. They're Grand Valley State fans.
Okay, there's the connection.
And they lived close to Grand Rapids, and they watched the Grand Rapids.
So at least it's a connection.
Yep,
and then yesterday, what did we have? Brazil, and there was another one that was pretty random. I think yesterday. Was it Portugal? No.
It was Portugal.
So they said we were the World Cup of the CBL. It's a fly ball to right field. Can't see what's going on, but it looks like it might be down. So 1 run across on an RBI double off of Carica. So that extends the score to 6-1, and we're still second and third, and there's 2 outs. Is that correct on the bug? Yeah. There was the fly out the left, and then you get a strikeout as well, maybe. So, that's correct. Yeah, early on. And then there's Rick Legary. We see Rick a lot. He's at almost all the Barnstormer games. Sadler Goodwin. I think that was one that Ed brought up earlier. Smooth Sadler Goodwin, we nicknamed him because we talked to our old friend Gil Rondon saying that maybe with the right direction, he could have maybe had a stint in the minor leagues as maybe a lighter hitting shortstop, but the defense was definitely at a pro ball level.
So I said his range was 90 feet. Anything between second and third he could get to.
And the arm, we saw him pitch from time to time.
Yep.
He won a game for us back in the day, but throwing probably 90-plus from the shortstop position. And a tall, thin body.
He could throw from any angle, and he also had that, I usually use the term Johnny Unitas, the quarterback jump when he's going to his right, come up with the ball, jump up, turn, and throw in the air.
Yep. And there's a Trent Sillett fan. Trent's out of London, the London area. Trent had a pretty good glove over that at first base. Owen Constantino, there's a hard shot. That looks like it's going to get in the hole. And it's going to score a couple. Play at the plate, not in time. So, unfortunately, 2 more across for the Hamilton Cardinals. And this one's getting away. We've seen that on the Barncast. We're still winless on the Barncast here, folks. We're 0-5 if you go back to last year's playoffs. But we're not picking easy teams. We've only been doing Hamilton and Welland, but we're going to get one of these eventually. So these are some difficult teams for our Barnstormers to try and contend with on these Enyo Barncasts. So, and they're just Hamilton is a good hitting team. We saw that last year in the playoffs, Ed.
We did. They have some experienced players. If you look at the lineup last night, there were some pretty good averages and some good numbers with the Hamilton team from 1 through 9.
And then with that Latino contingent, these guys aren't playing just 4 months in the summer.
Playing 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about Evan Morrison last night. I'm thinking, well, by the time he left us last year, went to Grand Valley, he would have played ball in the fall. They work out all winter.
Do they play? Is there a league in the fall?
You can't call it a league, but there are games.
Yeah, okay. So the third out is recorded. The Barnstormers get out of it as Karika has a little bit of trouble, but the Barnstormers trail 8-1. We'll try and get that rally cap working again, but we're going to step away. Quick break. You're watching the Enyo Barncast from the Fieldhouse at Fergie Jenkins Field.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown.
We're back here at the Fieldhouse, top of the seventh inning, 8-1, the Cardinals lead. The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers broke that 4-game losing streak last night, 7-6, on an outstanding performance from Dylan Kintz, 3 innings in relief. He was my player of the game yesterday, and he got Gatorade dumped afterwards. That was a tremendous game from Dylan. We haven't seen a lot of Dylan, but he was really impressive.
I think the best move was Dan getting out of the way of the Gatorade.
Yeah, I just kind of saw it over my
it was
shoulder.
A nice slide to the left.
Well, apparently Danny Cadot was trying to look out for me. He was yelling my name, but it was so noisy, and I got the microphone and the speakers I couldn't hear. And then I turned around and I saw Kean Johnson. I don't know who else was involved, but that was the big body I saw coming at me.
They came a long way with that bucket. They came all the way down the foul line.
Dylan saw me running, and he ended like turning away. So, but no, I've dodged a Gatorade bucket or two in my camera career, working film for the We Digital Productions in Windsor for St. Clair College. So there's a chopper right side. That might be trouble. Even if they field that, let's see the play at first. They're not. Monks is pretty quick over there. So an infield single for Julian Monks. So the Barnstormers inching ever so closer. It might be Tuesday when we hit number 1,000, I think. So we'll have to make sure the social media team and the dugout knows that's 1,000 hits coming up for the Barnstormers. So early in the franchise, we're trying to celebrate the little things as it 3 years feels like there's been a lot of baseball, but we're still an infant in this league, Ed.
Yep, we really are. And, it really shows in our pitching.
Youngest team in the league.
Yep, and we're learning on the fly and gaining experience. And we've had some rough situations with our young pitchers. And hopefully down the road it will pay off. But it's hard to believe this is the third year.
Yeah, and this league is well over 100 years. Obviously switching over to the CBL, but we're still branded. We're still part of the IBL has carried over statistics and records. Some of these franchises have been around those 100 years. Brantford's an old one. There's a lot of history.
1919, wasn't it the original
year of the
yeah, right 1 year after the end of World War I.
Yeah, and
that's
just
missing. Way back.
I think the only missing year was the COVID year. I'd have to look to see if World
War
II.
They did play a game in that COVID year.
Was there?
Because
Okay.
the operative word is continuous play.
Yeah.
And they had a game
Just,
that they just sort of went through the motions, but it was regarded as a game. I think it involved London.
I was going to say, my guess would be London because, as some people know, it's the one of the longest continuously operated. So they had to get one game in to continue that record. As that gets yanked well outside, so the runner will move over the second base. There's a field just outside of Veradero that I think even predates Labatt. I just don't know if that's a continuously used one. I didn't get a chance to visit. I think you might have driven past it or been in the neighborhood, Ed.
I'm trying to think of the town. I went and saw a game when we were in Cuba.
Matanzas?
That's it.
Matanzas?
Matanzas. And it resembled a Roman Colosseum. It was all poured concrete.
Ground ball off the pitcher, gets through. I think everybody's safe, and they're going to check on, was it Ramirez? As he took a shot of the middle. So go ahead. I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it was really an interesting experience. Went there with a couple of our friends from Chatham and saw really interesting baseball. It was really good baseball. The thing was really interesting there is they all come with instruments where, you're talking about the soccer players singing, soccer fans singing through the whole game. They play their instruments and they beat drums and they had horns but they love baseball in Cuba, but this was an old poured concrete Coliseum looking place.
And the stadium in Havana, Internacional something is the stadium, Estadio Internacional. They have the presidential chairs behind it for where Fidel used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And you said the concrete, it was a really small crowd, but this was one of the top 3 biggest baseball stadiums in the world. Dodger Stadium was also on the list. It could seat close to 60,000 people, but it was a baseball, not soccer, football, or any other sport.
No, baseball is definitely king in Cuba.
And Fidel was a fan. He was a big fan. But I made sure I saw the presidential seats, and it was really, like you said, it was an experience. No alcohol in the stadium.
No, you had to go outside.
Yeah, you had to go out, and I'd heard you can get a lifetime ban if you try and sneak some into the stadium.
Well, I was really confused.
Yeah.
I went out and got a couple of cans of beer and was coming back in. They wouldn't let me in.
The green can. I can't remember the name, that green can that they have down there.
And I couldn't get back in. And, of course, we had a language problem. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I just paid for this, and I'm going in. You have to drink it outside to re-enter the stadium.
So there's some of the scores. Is that an 18 or a 16, Riggs? Your eyes are better.
Where, for Barrie?
Yeah, 18.
It's 18.
18-7 final. Barrie takes Kitchener down.
Another 25 runs.
20-6. So add another 26 there, Ed. And then 10-2 London. And then we're in the low-scoring game here. Do we have 2? No, we only have 1. It said 8-2 for us. We got runners on the corners with nobody out. Hopefully we can. Oh, okay.
So
spoiler alert on this next pitch. And sorry, hits
drive.
one to center field that looks like it's going to be down. So a base hit. So 8-2. And sorry's looked good.
Yes, so far.
We'll have to get you the batting practice maybe on Tuesday so you can maybe get a closer look.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. There's Benny coming in. Benny, just a legend in the CK area. Does a great job with the squad.
A.K.A. is Steinbrenner.
Okay. I don't think they can operate without Benny. You know what I mean? Dom does a lot. Nick Penner, obviously Harry and the gang doing so much. Donnie Menard. But Benny seems to be the lifeblood at times.
He's the glue from day to day.
So here's Greeny, Thomas Green, out of British Columbia. He's been a good player this year for the Barnstormers, bouncing around 3 different positions.
We played last night, and all the uniforms from last night are already washed and hung up
in Mickey's locker.
Yeah.
So we'll listen to this at bat with Thomas Green as the Barnstormers try and get something going.
Roster. Good pinch runner material he is. So he's the man leading off second base right now, as Ramirez tries to work around this little jam he finds himself in. Caleb Srosky has now run in from the bullpen and given way to Jacob Gadzik, who's warming up. Ramirez fires and Green fouls it away.
Another one of the DJs doing a good job with Hamilton.
Green once again had that leadoff home run last night against Owen Boone on the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning.
Big hole in the right side, Ed. Look at that second baseman.
Right behind the bag.
Looking to do more damage against the Cardinals right here.
Oh,
1-2, hit on the ground, and it's through.
Look at that! Almost like we've seen almost like we've seen a game or two in our life, Ed.
Yep,
as an RBI single.
Hit them where they ain't.
Yep, and that's a good job from Green of taking what they give you, both with the pitch and the defensive lineman. People think you go up there and you just take 3 of the hardest swings you can, and if you hit it, you don't. No, a good hitter takes that outside pitch and just the exit velo on that was next to nothing, but he hit it where he needed to hit it.
That's where the hole was.
That's the power of the rally cap.
Yeah, and that's something odd that they're holding this runner on second, down 8-2. That runner's not going anywhere. I would rather have my second baseman playing traditional position as Morrison comes up. So it's I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I'd be yelling if I'm the coach. I would say, let's get the batter. Don't worry about that runner.
Last week I was talking about primary and secondary leads with your runner at second base. I remember a coach saying to me, as long as the pitcher has the ball, don't worry about the shortstop or the second baseman.
Double play ball, Morrison.
And there it is.
It looks like he might have doubled him up.
That's exactly what the doctor.
So you don't see that too often, Ed. Evan Morrison hitting to a 4.63. So he hit it on the screws. So sometimes you see him get that running start out of the box, and that time he was kind of flat-footed when he rolled over on it to third base or to second base. So that's a bit of a rally killer. Now there's still a runner on third base, 2 outs. The bug hasn't quite caught up yet. Barnstormers do have 2 in the inning, so it's 8-3. It'd be nice. Barrett's been so clutch this year. That's a nice little pitch. Is that what's that going outside? A splitter or is that?
It looks like it could have been a splitter because it's going down. It was going straight down. It wasn't sliding away. It was going down. So I would think that was a splitter.
So what's in your arsenal, Riggs, when you're on the hill?
So I have my two seam, my 4 seam, change up, splitter. This is what I try. I try to do my slider with this, but it doesn't work all the time. And then I've learned to a sweeper like this too, as well.
Throw your slider with the small part, and let it come out like you're throwing a football.
Okay, I see.
See how he's holding it?
It'll come this way.
Yeah.
And the pressure is on your middle finger. When you release it, it comes through here.
Like you throw a spiral, right?
Yep.
The
It's like
fingers
throwing a
come
football.
through and throw a spiral.
Use the small part of the ball.
Yeah.
So a lot of years of teaching, and you're still giving out lessons, Mr. Meyer. So
That's
strike him out, and Grayson gets tagged out, so that ends the inning. We're going to step away for the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers summer camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers summer camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington and back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Bottom of the 7th,
Here we go. We're back, folks, for bottom of the seventh. Seventh inning stretch is taking place over at, what is that one, Bernie Arbor? Yeah, Bernie Arbor is Hamilton. Trying to get all these stadiums are named for someone. We got Fergie. There's a chopper back to the mound. Should be, underhand. Jeez. He still got him. We got Hastings, Dominico. I'm trying to think what Barry's playing in. That's Athletic Culture. And then what do we got in London? Just Labatt. So
Labatt.
Technically named after someone, I'm sure. There's Labatt.
Yeah.
So not anyone.
I think John.
Yeah, John Labatt. Yeah.
Hastings in Guelph.
Yep. So there's and then Welland's just whatever the Welland. I don't think it's named
Stadium.
Okay, yeah. There's no name on it. So Karika's in for his second inning. Hopefully he can settle down here and get some positive. I know it says McCartier on the screen. And then there's JP. Happy Father's Day to you as well, JP. What did you give your dad for Father's Day? Was there a present? Did you guys go for breakfast or lunch or something?
So we just went out for lunch at my grandma's like we usually do. We got him a card and some candy like he likes, and I think we're going for a bonfire after this in the front, making hot dogs.
That sounds
something
like a
he
good
loves.
time.
Yeah, fun.
Big breaking ball there. And Ed, you were just with Meredith, if I'm not mistaken,
We had
for
lunch. Yep.
a Father's Day lunch.
Yep.
That's the only
My-
child in town?
Yeah, my son called me from the airport. He's flying somewhere, and wished me good luck. He lives in Toronto.
Okay. And there's, again, the Finnish Sinusu talking about the lessons that you're still given during these games, coaching and then just teaching. That's what we like about these Barncasts. For those of you who don't know, I'll admit it. I ripped off the idea. It was from a ManningCast that a lot of people have watched. Was that a home run? No, just a base hit. Eli and Peyton Manning on Monday Night Football have a similar type broadcast where they get to talk to different characters around the football world. So we thought it'd be a good idea last year in the playoffs. Cole and I put this together, and the organization was nice enough to let us run with it. And then we've had some of the cast of characters from the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, from Peter Cobb and Rigby, and now Scott Curry made his debut. Mike Stahl, Mike Renier helping me do this as well. Jeff Hopman and his son Cole. Stephanie Muir, the first lady of the now CBL, first lady of the Barnstormers. So we've had a really good group. Danny Cadot stopped by. If I'm missing some, I apologize. Oh, of course, Cam Bayshard from Enyo. I can't forget Cam and his crew. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. As you're watching the Enyo Barncast.
Dom came on as well.
Oh yeah, Dom was kicking around the locker room. Oh, and Greg Kemble. Kemble, I think he's going to be a return visitor. He did a great job in the number 2 seat there, Ed, and he had a good time giving up catching lessons.
Yeah, another Chatham native.
Gramps, they called him.
Gramps. Oh,
Last
because
year,
he's so much older than the guys.
Yeah, he was, I want to say 35 when he played for the Barnstormers.
I think he was.
Yeah, he's 37 now, so he was the veteran of the squad.
Yeah, his dad, I think, still comes to the game.
Oh, yeah, he pops his head in the window from time to time.
I coached his dad in Chatham.
But no, it's great to see those guys. And he's playing up, I think he said Sarnia for senior ball now. He's now a center fielder with the Wheels.
Oh, really?
Not catching anymore. He says they have a couple of good catchers.
He was managing a team in Corona.
And I think he still helps. I think he does some coaching still. But he's playing some senior ball now.
He's still doing the 3 weeks or 4 weeks on
No,
and off?
he's more in town now.
Okay.
He gave us a little bit of an update on that, but I don't remember if it was on or off air. But, he's able to work more in town, I believe. But it's good to see Greg in town. It looks like Cat Marin looks like he might be moving around the bullpen as Consta's getting in a little bit of trouble here.
I think he's coming in.
Oh, so it's decided. Okay, so Cat Marin now coming in as Consta gave up a couple of runners here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, we'd like to see all those names on there. We're going to kind of draw a name. Hopefully Cat can get things right. Cat's had his ups and downs with the Barnstormers. Just a great guy, but just having trouble at this level, Ed.
Yep, he's had trouble throwing strikes, basically, consistently, and you got to feel for him. So he's not trying. For sure he's trying, That's what we've joked about many times. When you say, well, what's a pitching coach say to the pitcher when he goes out to talk to him in between batters? And you say, well, throw strikes. Well, can't do it for you, and it's a lot of it has to do with confidence. And if you start throwing strikes, you have the confidence to throw more strikes, and away you go. So let's hope that starts with Cat.
Okay, are we going to reveal this now, or are we going to just? We can reveal this now while we're at a pitching break. We got Rigby here. We'll let you take some guesses. The Scott Curry TD Wealth trivia question for tonight is, who was the winning pitcher in the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers' only playoff win in franchise history? Do you remember that night? First of all, before you answer, I've asked other people this. I asked them where you were. I know you were. You were standing right next to me. You remember that game when that hit went in the left field and the Barnstormers won that extra inning game in the playoffs last year? That was an exciting moment. Any memories of that?
Yes, it was very exciting. I remember. I think Mike Renier was also.
That was actually a McLeod game.
No.
It was a Chris McLeod game.
The energy was just huge in there. Like, you could barely talk to each other because everyone's just screaming, cheering, and all over the place. But I forget who the winning pitcher was. I believe.
So who's the? Okay, well, I'll ask you. Take your guess.
Garrett Day.
How about you, Ed? Did you have a guess on that? Do you remember that day? I know it's a blur.
I know who hit the ball. Vasilanic.
Yeah.
And I know it was a rotary hop.
Over the third baseman's head. Yep. And look at the answer. Garrett Day got the win when Torrin Vasilanic walked off Fernando Rodney, former Detroit Tiger.
That's right.
In the 11th inning, and other teams, to defeat the Hamilton Cardinals August 23rd, 2025. Probably the greatest moment in Barnstormer history thus far. So it was a great night.
Speaking of Rodney, is he with the team or not?
He is not. He was a one-and-doneer, unless they have other thoughts. Someone was guessing Aiden Ryan. That was a good guess. Aiden Ryan got the first win in franchise history, regular season, but the question was for, I think we put postseason on the question. It was postseason.
And who got the first hit in franchise history?
And then that was the question on the last Barncast, was who was the winning pitcher and who got the first hit? And that was Mr. Kemble, Greg Kemble.
Yeah.
It was a chopper up the middle. There was a runner on second base. Greg was upset they didn't send them. There was 2 outs, and he didn't get the RBI on it. Seth Strong came up the next inning and hit a home run and got the first RBI.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, I guess he hit it hard enough that they couldn't score the runner from second base at the time. But, yeah, no, Greg Kemble, I asked him, I go, do you have any memorabilia from that day? Do you have the ball, the bat? And the ball, Dom DeMel has the ball. And he says the bat died a hero, as so much often it does.
I remember Greg Kemble well. He worked for me minor baseball, running mite. What we call them, mites. At the time, they were 4 and 5 year olds.
T-ballers, yep.
He did that for 2-3 summers for me, and Jackson Moon, the other guy.
He's dressed for the Barnstormers. I don't think he ever got into.
I'm not
never
sure
got
if he
into
ever
a
did.
game.
No.
He hasn't.
But there are 2 local guys that give back to the young kids.
And that's great to see those guys doing that because I've in the Leamington area for a number of years back in the day, I was running 2-3 different levels, and mites is not only the biggest level of quantity of players, it's the hardest to do because it's just like trying to round up cats. They're going in different directions, and the parents are all comfortable under the tree, but sometimes you need some help on the field.
I think we capped it at 40-minute sessions. After that, you're fooling yourself.
There's a fly ball to right center field. Looks like Gurney's tracking over, and he's going to come down with the out, so Cat's able to get an out there. But, yeah, no, it's a difficult situation sometimes trying to get because you have all sorts of different levels of interest at that age. Some are baseball, some are interested in the dandelions, some are interested in the post-game snack. So it's kind of tough sometimes. And then you see the numbers kind of weed down as you hit what was then called rookie ball and so on and so forth.
We had all sorts of things that we used to try. Greg, I laugh. We came up with the finishing activity was duck, duck, goose. We had the big circle. They used to chase each other around. They loved it. We couldn't wait for the closing activity.
So 2 on, 2 outs here. I'm going to tune in to C14 for another shot here with Cat Marin on the hill.
First pitch in there for a strike to Duncan.
Good hitter here with Tyler Duncan. If the Barnstormers want to come back, they got to get out of this jam.
So Duncan, as the most well-known lefty in Hamilton's lineup, has seen the lefty Moran a bunch of times in his career before. Fouls that one away. It's quickly 0-2.
So 0-2, you can do what you want with him here, Ed, right? You can make sure you don't make a mistake.
Lefty and lefty, yeah. I try to keep the ball away from him, see if he'll chase one out the strike zone.
Yeah, with 2 runners on, I'm sure Duncan has RBIs.
Yeah, don't throw a strike.
And we got a newer catcher, so we'll see how the two come together with an 0-2 pitch here. Starting to slide outside a little.
The 0-2.
So he bounced one in.
Yeah, he's got to spin it a bit maybe and throw it toward the outside corner. Try it again.
Okay, here's Graham Campbell chiming in, saying the trains were a distraction at JC.
Yes.
So I guess for a youngster, anytime you see that train going by, Optimus Park in Windsor, if you ever played there, Ed, there was a train that went right by there as well.
We used to tell the guys, just drop your glove and watch the train because there's no use fighting it because you just lost.
That's funny.
No.
And there's Cam Bayshard on the chat as well. Hi, Cam. Again, thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors for helping us put on this Barncast. And, again, Cam and his crew have been a great friend of the organization. Again, donating money for strikeouts, $1,000 last year to the Special Olympics, as well as the $1,000 education program, extended learning, I believe it was called. So thanks to him for that, and make sure you tune into those commercials we show between the innings. This is a big 2-2 pitch here for Cap Moran.
Another 2-strike offering from the lefty Moran. Swung on and
Uh-oh, that's getting away, and someone's got to cover the plate. Someone's got to cover the plate. And no one covered the plate. So that's a mistake, I guess, on Cat, or even the third baseman might have to follow that runner in. The pitcher, I think, might have been going to the dugout to try and help retrieve that ball.
Yeah.
But
it's all hands on, whoever can get there, basically.
But there's not ever in that situation going to be a play at third base. So if it's
you got to take first things first.
If I'm Julian Monks, I want to go and help out my pitcher. Tough play all around, bouncing in and getting the strikeout. But just a tough situation all around. And then Grayson looked like he wanted to come up throwing, but there was nobody to throw to.
Now, what do they score that now? It used to be an automatic error to the catcher, a missed third strike.
No, there's K wild pitch, and there's KE1 and KE2.
Okay.
So that would be a KE.
Do you remember when it was an automatic call?
I don't actually. No.
It was an error to the catcher regardless if it threw it up and over the grandstand.
Okay.
If it was a third strike, it was an error to the catcher. A lot of catchers were very distraught about that over many years.
Yeah, if done properly in the CBL app, which it probably won't be, it should be like a KE1 wild pitch with the runner coming home on the unearned run because he did strike out the innings.
Yeah. No, I just wondered if that was still automatic.
No, pass balls and errors on catch don't happen too often. They shouldn't. Most balls that are thrown in are usually the fault of the pitcher. Anything in the dirt, I don't think if anything hits the dirt, I'm ever going to call a pass ball.
No.
It's just usually when those catchers kind of box one that we'll call it a pass ball.
I've seen cross-ups. I've seen them bounce off the catcher's mask because he's thinking curveball.
Yeah,
it hits him right square in the mask and swings.
And that's the thing with the signals. I think that's Will Greer warming up in the bullpen. Sometimes the 1 or the 2 they get mixed up. MLB has the push buttons, but still old school here in the CBL.
And a lot of time too with the hand signals, with the man on second base, you got different
secondary signs.
Yeah, indicators and things like that.
Yeah, because there can be some sign stealing here and there, and
they don't do that in baseball, do they?
I used to when I coached. Catcher has that squat too wide open, you can sometimes catch a pitch and try and help your team a little bit. So, and there's a nice pitch on the outer corner, so it's going to fill it up. So this would be nice to see Cat get out of this one, just giving up the 1 run. Will Greer looks like we might see in the 8th inning, so that'll be interesting to see the young pitcher.
He's still a 22U.
He was officially on the transactions this week. Oh, where we got our broadcast there. As a U22 call-up, as Andy Groening is now, released from his pro contract. But this will give Andy the chance to get some more at-bats with probably the selects fouled off down the left field side. And then the third one was Jaden Valley, who's worked with us as a kind of a bullpen catcher. Nice big kid as well. I'm not sure.
He's out of Windsor.
Last year in 1.2 innings, Will Greer has an ERA of 16.2,
Ooh.
3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts.
I recall that. I remember he got off to a bit of a rough start. It was one of those situations. I think it was Gil coming out and kind of settling him down.
He can pitch.
Yeah.
He played in Sarnia.
I think that was the Canada Day game, which we don't remember.
Yeah. He yanked that one down, Cat did. So that ball didn't have a chance.
Overthrew it, yeah.
So that's going to load the bases. We'll keep an eye out for Dom Donnell. I don't believe Harry was there today. I didn't see him because Bo Buckley was coaching first base, so Harry doesn't look to be there today. As Greer, you see, still throwing periodically in the bullpen down the right field line.
Thinking of Cam Bayshard, I would give a little shout-out, too. He went to Chatham-Kent Secondary School.
Okay.
I didn't recognize him because he was a smaller version of himself at the grade 9 and 10 when he first came on board.
Was he a ball player with baseball, basketball?
No,
you recall?
No, I don't remember him being involved. And I had him in phys ed class. I remember that. But I kept looking at him saying, I should know this guy. And he's a big guy now compared to what he was in grade 9.
Yeah, no, Cam's great. I know he said he wasn't the biggest baseball fan before the Barnstormers came to town, but now he's season ticket holder. He's a proud sponsor of the team. There's a nice pull the string. That's the pitch right there, Ed. That spinny pitch that some of these Latin guys are having trouble with. They're sitting dead red fastball, and you kind of pull that string on them, and you kind of see the little Bugs Bunny spinorama there with the off speed.
Well, you got to have those pitches to be an effective pitcher. You got to be able to spin the ball. You got to be able to move the ball around.
And they see him just cross him up. He was looking outer part. He came in on the inner half of the plate.
That's it. Now you can set that up. But you got to establish something. Whichever way you do it, you have to have a variety of pitches that you can move around and throw with confidence for a strike.
Just missed there.
Good pitch.
This batter here is not as much on the plate, but we saw with all those armor that they wear, these guys aren't afraid to hang that elbow over the plate and try and take one.
It's a skill.
We saw Duncan. He was getting some inside pitches called strike on him. He was shocked, but he was almost standing on the plate at times. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short, and he's going to step on the bag. So we did get a strikeout, Rigby, so let us have it.
That's another Barnstormers strikeout brought to you by Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
And you heard it from the man himself. So we're going to step away. You're watching the Enyo Barncast. We'll be back for the 8th.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Welcome back. Again, we're going to be talking earlier today with Scott Curry, the All-Star game. Make sure you keep a close eye on the Barnstormers social media You can still get tickets on ckbarnstormers.com. 1-day and 2-day tickets are available. And then with all the events, all the music, all the special guests that we're expecting, you'll see the full schedule. We're still hammering it down. There should be some a little bit more concrete information coming soon. So make sure you keep an eye on the social medias for that, because the All-Star Game is going to be an exciting time. You're looking forward to that, Riggs? You going to go shag some balls during the Derby?
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping to. I want to ask him if I can be out there during the home run derby, because that would be a cool experience to do.
Yeah, I was going to get my son out there for that, and I'm sure he would have, but he has some prior commitments with work, so I don't think he'll be able to come to the All-Star Game either day. So I was going to get him out shagging some balls. So
there should be a staff All-Star Game, like staff against staff.
Like a softball or something.
Yeah.
So what would be more fun shagging the balls, on this side of the fence or on the soccer field? There's going to be some balls out there.
I'd probably want to be in the soccer field, because
there's a good hit here. Sorry, Riggs.
There you go.
Over to his right, he makes the catch.
Oh, he made the catch. I was hoping he'd get down, but almost to the track there. Go ahead.
Soccer field, because then all those home run balls will be the first All-Star home run at Fergie Jenkins Field.
Oh, in the Derby, but those don't count as official homers, so
I know they don't count as official, but like they still hold like a thing.
What, are you trying to sell these on Facebook Marketplace after or something, or what do you?
No, I'm trying to collect a bunch of balls.
Or you get a few to keep an eye on would be on Tweedsmuir, right over the field house into the road.
Yeah, and
probably a good thing the road's closed down.
Yeah, it'll be closed. It's right here. That street.
Right behind us here, yeah. I don't know just from that. What's the street that gets us to the back way to Mike's? It'll probably be from there to the Queen.
Well, Sunnyside.
So, Sunnyside's the whole road, but there's a little road that gets us over to Sunnyside right behind where we're parked right here.
Well, that's done.
Okay, so
that's done.
But it will be done the Queen kind of then?
It'll be. You can get down Dunn. It'll stop.
Yeah.
Tweedsmuir will be stopped right there.
At Dunn,
so you can go around it.
Right where that lady has the parking there sometimes for Barnstormer baseball.
Yep.
So Gurney with a single. So we're getting closer to 1,000 for the Barnstormers. Again, got to get something going. So we're going to chime in with C14 again here as we're in the top of the 8th. Barnstormers trail by 6.
But even facing a 6-run deficit, he gets creative, and hey, that was a good one.
Is that a new pitcher?
So now it's a man on and 1 away for Kean Johnston. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
There's that high fastball, Ed, that he just can't get to. He's down in that squat, and you know what I mean? I don't know the exact solution. It's just you can look at that wide stance, and he just sits right down. And it just seems that letter high fastball he can't catch up to.
Ramirez is offering,
and he just barely got a piece of that one.
Tailing off to the right of that Barnstormer bullpen, where
I would almost like to see him kind of test standing up a little bit taller and using that full 6'5", 216 of that he possesses.
It's hard to tell from that angle where his weight distribution is. If it's on the back foot, he should be able to compensate.
Gurney the lead off first. Ramirez is 2 straight.
Can't tell from here.
No dice. Johnston.
So Gurney on first, one out, 2-2 count. Ramirez still in the game for the Hamilton Cardinals, the Misters today. Gurney doesn't look like he's going to be going anywhere.
2-2.
Double play grounder. In time. Another double play. I want to say that's the 3rd double play of the game today, Ed. So not the Barnstormers' night.
No, it's got to be at least 3.
Yeah, and that's going to
started it that way.
End that inning. So another one down. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. I think we might see Will Greer, so hopefully we can see him come in the game. But we're going to step away one more time where you're watching the Enyo Barncast.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday. And on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Give it to me.
Game, welcome back. Ed, you seem to, you know a little bit about Will. Tell us about him and where he's from.
Well, I think he's from Port Lambton. He pitched in the
PBLO.
PBLO and Sarnia, 18U. My grandsons played on that team a few years ago, and he's a very effective pitcher in his age group. Very intense young guy.
How's his size? He doesn't look overly tall.
Stocky.
6'1",
He would, if that.
Okay.
Yeah, stocky, and throws well. Got a natural sling action, and pitched well in Sarnia. That was really a really good baseball league. I traveled all over the place with that league. They ran from Tecumseh in Windsor area up to Ottawa and back. They played a lot of ball, that summer.
I know he's a U22 call-up, but we're not sure where he's playing his U22 right now.
No.
If he would be going to Windsor for a select or staying out here with like the Canadians.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
No.
But I know once those seasons are ending, it'll give us some depth in the bullpen come the end of the summer.
I should try to get a hold of my grandson. He's golfing, though.
Get us some
But
research. Yeah.
he would know all those questions, the answers to those questions.
That was a nice breaking ball there, just missing inside a little bit on the left-handed hitter,
They
Evan
stay in
McGill.
they stay in touch. So
Big deep breath for Will, and that one just slipped out of the hand and up and away. I like that stance. If you watch Will Greer right there and Owen Boone last night, that Roger Clemens, just the glove in front of the hand, everything's calm, no excess movement as he walks to the leadoff batter on 4 pitches. But it just seems like a pitcher's, he's not herky-jerky. He's not.
he's in control. All right. He's consistent.
And that's why I think Roger Clemens is the one that comes to mind for me, where he's just, and it's almost intimidating. Dave Stewart, going back a little bit, back on Oakland, with the eyes peering over that glove.
You could do a whole segment on pitchers starting points and wind-ups. Remember when the wind-up used to full wind-up? The guys used to pump their arms a couple times.
And then Louis Tiant facing center field.
Yep, a high leg kick.
Yep. Nolan Ryan with the knee touching the nose almost.
Juan Marichal threw right over the top, right off his top foot. Ball came, it looked like it was coming off his toes.
Left-hander for San Francisco, yep. Almost hit him on the inside part. So Will having a little bit of trouble finding the zone here, throwing 6 in a row, I believe. So hopefully he can settle down here. As you see the out-of-town scores, the only other one going on right now, it's 10-2 in London, as London looks like they're going to take care of Brantford pretty easily today.
Oh, he's not pulling the ball down.
Just got to breathe now. So hopefully either Dom Donnell, if he puts this guy on, or someone can get out there and at least try and settle the youngster down here.
Looks like he's a bit excited. Yeah.
And then, he's not even close on those 8 pitches, really. So, and then look at Grayson Barrett come in. Grayson Barrett was the first guy I saw. So there might be a coach coming in, too. But Grayson Barrett's only 25 years old, but he just seems older and wiser beyond his years.
Very, very mature guy.
Coming in as Dom Donnell is going to try and settle him down. Dom knows he has a youngster on his hands, so it's trying to just get the guy to throw it across the plate, let the defense do their job, try and throw a ground ball double play. You see a little grin on Will's face there, so that's good to see that he's got to breathe. So we got someone else warming up in the pen, that Bo. So Bo warmed up a little bit yesterday and never got in the game. as the lights hit us again here as we wave our arms frantically to.
Cole's getting really good at this.
Yeah, so probably trying to save Bo here, if as long as Will can try and get himself out because we have a big game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
As the London Majors come to town, Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama is our scheduled pitcher, but I'm sure Bo and Garrett Day will be in the rotation there as well on that night because we've played London pretty strong as he missed high and away on that, high and up on that one. We've played first year they beat us pretty easily, but last year I think we played them 3-3.
I think it was split.
And we had, I remember one game where we had a really high scoring inning, 7, 8, 9 runs in an inning, I believe, against them.
9 runs.
Yeah. So hopefully Greer can get one across here. And now he just lost it. So
no timing.
I think it was 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th.
And that's just got to be a helpless feeling. He knows he can do it, but the mind and the body aren't working together right now, Ed.
No. And when you lose the confidence, it's hard to get it back.
As he's thrown 10 in a row here.
Yep,
there's a high fly ball.
Deep in the air out to center field, ranging back is Gurney, and it's over.
Didn't get it.
No.
The runners had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught. Evan McGill is racing toward the plate, and he's in there standing.
So that's what, a fastball's coming, and we talked about it yesterday on the broadcast, and Dom
like
Donnell,
T-ball.
if you know a fastball's coming, yeah, these guys aren't going to miss it
No.
if you throw one over the heart of the plate here in the CBL. So Will Greer getting himself in some trouble. Let's see how a little bit extra time there. Grayson on his way back to first base, so it doesn't count as a mound visit. Just kind of takes his time as the umpires reset to just try and give him some words of encouragement here.
So Cole, you've been doing your math on the number of runs scored this afternoon.
I got a podcast to shoot later tonight for we bumped it up because you said there's that game tomorrow in Kitchener, the makeup.
Yep.
So Mark Perry, the voice of the Kitchener Panthers and the Guelph, I almost said Guelph Storm, but he does do the Guelph Storm, the Guelph Royals, will be hosting that tonight. Well, he should be on the air taping it tonight, but it'll show up on Tuesday. I had a really good interview with Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama last week. There were some clips of it on local social media. We gave him a list of 5 Japanese players, and he had to rank them from 1 to 5. And he had Ichiro ahead of Otani. And because he said when he started watching baseball, he's only mid-20s or maybe around 25, I think. That YouTube was the thing, and that he saw that his dad would show him videos of this guy who just threw a rocket and just hit everything in sight, and that was their guy. It was Ichiro. So Otani obviously came after that, but you become a fan and you have your guy, and no matter, it looks like another hit into left field for the Cardinals as they're just going station to station now. So, but yeah, he picked him as his number 1. Sorry,
77 runs.
77 runs this afternoon.
Today.
So
that's a lot of runs.
Another 20
2
per.
games not finished today.
So the entire week is going to finish at about 20 runs per game, Riggs, this week. That's a lot of runs. What are your scores? What do your games get at?
We can't.
They have run limits per inning,
right?
Yeah,
5 per inning, and we've only have 5 innings. And lots of times, if it's against a bad team, usually we go up to 15 runs. And if the other team doesn't have at least, I believe, 10.
Mercy
if they're
rules.
5 and we're 15, mercy rule.
And then you're dealing with time limits too, because there's other games and other teams to.
Yeah, we only get an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, so you guys got to be hustling on and off those fields. So.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, there's a formula OBA has for depending on the inning and the run spread.
10 after 5.
Yeah,
it used to be.
Then it's reduced after that.
Yeah. There's 18 after 3. So there's some different ones between even softball and baseball. So they actually still have that at the OCAA level. I can't speak for the OUA. I would imagine they probably do too. But it's big in the OCAA because a lot of times teams are playing a doubleheader on a Friday, doubleheader on a Saturday. If you can end a game in 5 innings and save some arms, you want to. You don't want to say run it up, but it's the only thing I can say. You want to run that score up to get that 10-run lead. To get your pitchers out of there in case you have another 2 to play the next day because there's only so many arms on a team.
I think we got a strikeout there.
Yep, struck him out first base was occupied. I think it might have went in the dirt, but
Yeah, it looked like it scooted down the right
So-
field line.
first is occupied when there's less than 2 outs. If first base is occupied, for those of you who don't know, the batter is out. So that's some confidence on those limited stats last year. Cole, do you notice if Greer had a strikeout, or was that his first career? He did have some
Greer.
strikeouts. Okay.
I remember he pitched in Chatham. I remember that game.
Oh yeah, we remember that game. If it was the Canada Day
Yeah,
one,
well,
like we're talking.
oh.
Here's a fly ball.
To center field. Gurney camps under it, makes the catch. Dominguez will tag and score on the sacrifice fly to make it 12-3.
Was it Gurney last night who threw the rainbow
The
ball?
moonshot.
from the warning track.
I'm looking at it. Why did you throw that? It ended up almost in the third base dugout.
Yeah, he's practicing for what Scott Curry was telling us, the contest, the skills competition of throwing from the outfield.
It looked like a javelin throw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the trajectory
Yes.
for sure. Lee Casera was
way
probably
up there.
standing next to
Yeah,
him. He's
whoa.
like, I can do that too. Lee Casera has some javelin experience.
Oh yeah, he's a lot of javelin
Oh,
experience.
that's a rocket to center field.
Base hit. Duncan hit that one on the screws. It's going to move Reyes over to third base, and the inning continues.
So I guess just wanted to get Greer some. It's interesting because what was the score coming into this inning? 9-3, 8-3,
Eight.
8,
Was it 9?
So it's just you have Bo Buckley, but I guess in a long season we still have 31 more games after this. You got to limit. You got to protect some of those arms, I guess. So Bo Greer seeing now it's clearly mop-up duty time.
I think what's got to happen is if we establish a starting rotation of 3 or 4 guys that they got to get further in the game. They got to eat up more innings, and then we won't have half of our pitching staff pitching.
Yeah.
You know,
Even
the
last
game.
night it was 5 1/3 innings of bullpen, 4 1/3, 4 1/3.
Yeah.
You can't have that every night and that was in a winning effort. Imagine the ones like today where your starter
Well,
pitches.
no, and that's just simple math. You know, you attrition of pitchers. You know, you can't pitch every night. You play Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, which is pretty common.
Yep.
And a lot of times you're Tuesday or Thursday or Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yep.
and so you're playing a lot of games in rapid succession. And if you establish yourself as a starting pitcher, you should be biting off your chunk of the game, 6 innings. You know, it would be a reasonable goal, or longer.
Yeah. And what's your recovery, Rigby, when you're pitching? When you're doing I know there's pitch counts in your level, but you doing any recovery? You getting some ice? You getting some heat? What do you?
I just usually stretch at home, maybe play a little bit of a soft toss with my brother in the backyard, and maybe going out for some McDonald's, stuff like that.
Recovering with a Big Mac. That's always yep. And that's after some mid-game hot dogs, I would imagine too. For if I know you, if I were to guess, so
or maybe some pizza.
yeah.
Food machine.
Okay.
That was a nice breaking ball there. It had
Yeah.
a nice little bite to it.
Sharp,
Just missed on the
sharp
inside.
late breaking. Yep.
So maybe gaining a little bit of confidence here. It'd be nice to see him try and get it on a high note and not have to get pulled from this one.
He's run the count full against Greer.
Give him a corner.
Takes outside.
Ooh.
Thinking at 12-3, you might have gave him a corner there, but I guess not.
Continues to reach base at a high clip.
Let's see if that's it for Will, or are they going to give him one more?
I think we need Lefty to spray some money on the umpires again.
This is the bottom of the
Eighth. Yeah,
man.
this is
So
Hamilton's last time up the
basically
bat.
You got one out to get. So
And that's why, but you don't want to leave him in there and just take a beating
no,
either.
no.
You don't want to shake this kid's confidence. So hopefully, I would imagine this is probably his last batter. But that was a nice pitch on the outer half. Fastball. So maybe he can throw it. So he can spin one here and get him to chase for the 0-2.
He is a good pitcher, and I say at this level, it's quite a step. But he can throw.
He got the spin. Oh, and he did go. So just like we said, get that spin on 0-2, and now he can do whatever he wants, hopefully, with them. This is
Spin another one.
Darlin Herman. He was in the middle of the order for them. I don't have it even in front of me anymore, but where is he? Yeah, he's their 3-hitter. So he's a good hitter. So hopefully you can see Ansari going outside. But he misses his spot inside, so not where the catcher was set up there.
You know what? I'm curious to see another year, when we get the pitcher's clock, how that'll affect the length of the games.
Yeah. The Latin pitchers seem to be, they take their time.
Yeah, so.
Oh, wild pitch. That gets past Ansari, and he can't find it. But Hamilton not really running it up here. They could have scored one there. But, yeah, no, it'll be interesting.
It'll be a factor.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely will. What is it, 15 seconds and 20 seconds? Whether the
15 and 18 in 18. The MLB.
Okay,
the first year MLB did it, they did 20 and 15.
Okay.
And then they reduced it to 18 because they felt it was, and you have to address by 8 seconds. The batter has to acknowledge and be ready to hit
and counter each other.
And actually, it looks like the ball hit out of play. So that's why the run is coming home here. If the ball hits something in the Hamilton dugout, let me see if I can hear it.
Because he did that 2 pitches ago, and that time he stepped off, but
balk.
It was ruled to be a balk because they judged he had already come set.
Tough high chopper. That's going to be a tough play, but he got him out there. It was a balk, so we weren't quite looking, but he must have started and stopped.
Yeah. You know, if you go to a game with that pitch clock, very seldom it comes into play anymore.
No, definitely.
They don't pay attention to it. They just it's just the normal pace of things, and you don't notice.
Very rarely. I'm just going to stay with this, Cole. There's been a hitter on the Yankees who intentionally, Caballero, he'll stand in the box at 13, 12, 11, and he'll just look down at his feet. And he won't address that pitcher. Then finally, he'll at like 8.5 seconds do that, and he got warned. And because he'll address that 13, but then he takes his eyes off. And they actually called him on a strike, a batter violation, the first time that I've seen that, because he's trying to play games with it.
Yeah, well, he's abusing the
spirit of the rule. Yeah. So, but that's kind of a thing. But I think there'll be a factor because. At least in MLB, they tried it during a full spring training. And what do they play? 30, 40 spring training games in Florida and Arizona?
30 days.
They get used to that they did it in a full spring training, and then they didn't use it during the regular season. And then the following spring training, they had another set, and then they finally introduced it into the season, where our guys are going to get 1 or 2 outings apiece, tops, before.
You're going to be into it. Well, it's like the challenge in spring training.
Yeah,
you know, the two challenges.
Yeah,
it happened. You know, people saying, "Oh, they're going to kill the game." Well, it takes up to about 3 seconds for the challenge to be made.
Yeah, the ABS.
Yeah, that's it. They show it on the screen, when the fans know whether it's a ball or a strike.
Yeah,
it's super slow
in the stadium. It's on the big scoreboard.
Yeah,
and
you make the call.
It's entertaining. It came from the tennis when tennis had their in and out with the eye of the tennis.
Yep.
So. But no, I think it's been great for MLB as well to get that ABS challenge because the umpires, they do their best, but some of the umpires it's funny, you don't know the names of the good umpires, but you sure know the names of the ones that seem to struggle.
Well, and baseball knows they have them ranked.
Yeah,
that shows up in the playoffs. And
so trying another rally cap, but they rank them, Ed, but they don't do anything about them. We see the same guys for 20, 30 plus years. Everyone knows Angel Hernandez. Everyone knows a few of the other ones. So it's CB Buckner. Yep. They have such a strong union. They feel like they're untouchable sometimes. What are we doing here now? Oh, I think he did something.
5 innings of 1-run ball.
Maybe licked his finger on the rubber. If you lick your finger, you can't lick it while you're engaged.
It should be a ball. If you're going to call him on it.
So he made him throw the ball away. As that's in there for a strike against Julian Monks. The Barnstormers down to their last 3 outs. They had a big rally here the other night, Rigby, when against Welland when you were working out the rally caps. This one might be a little bit much to overcome. But how many runs did they score in the Cole in the 9th inning yesterday? Guelph against Hamilton.
10.
It was 10. It was 10. Yeah.
Score was 10-3 going into the top of the 9th, and they lost 13-10.
Yeah.
I read that the paper yesterday morning.
So nothing's ever impossible. That's that one gets. That one gets caught. So, but yeah, there was an old adage in the IBL, now the CBL, no lead is ever safe.
Right.
Because we've noticed the bullpens aren't as strong. If the bullpen pitchers were at a higher level, they would probably be starting pitchers.
Well, the batters are dominating, obviously, so far in this season.
The first third, for sure.
Oh, man.
And a lot of times early in the season, people say the pitchers are sometimes ahead early on. And then when the weather gets warmer, the hitters catch up. But this year it seems like the opposite. Lee Casera now comes in and hits a line shot. I think the third baseman caught it in the air. Oh.
We're not sure what happened.
Yeah, he may or may not have caught that in the air. So Lee is out 5-3, it looks like officially, as Ansari. So, but yeah, no, and then some of these small parks games just get away from them at Christie Pitts or Jack Couch or even just behind us here at Fergie Jenkins Field, or in front of us where we're sitting currently. Looking at the London score, it looks like Skylar Janice is in there in a non-save situation to wrap it up. So both these games are going to finish almost at identical times.
It looks like the crew decided stop doing stuff because they haven't been updating the thing.
The score bug is out of whack.
They gave up.
So is that down to the last pitch?
Probably.
The pitch from Ramirez.
There's a fly ball to center field. Duncan's camping.
He makes the catch.
All right, do we have any names on the thing to try and give away a ticket, Cole? Okay, so click to spin. We're going to get a name for the winner of the free tickets here. So click that, and we'll, if you see your name on there, try and get a hold of us. Find me on Facebook. Our winner is Mr. Mulligan, 84 is the winner of, there's one free ticket. I can't see the other one. It's over there. It should be on the other side of the monitor
Still
there.
behind you.
There's show the camera there, Riggs. That's the free tickets. We're Mr. Mulligan. Look for myself on Facebook, Dan Dominguez or Cole Dupuis. Hit one of us up and kind of prove you're Mr. Mulligan somehow to us. Get a hold of Cole Dupuis. He's on Facebook and Instagram. So we'll get you 2 free tickets to the Barnstormer game. If you can't attend, we'll find a charity or something to give them to. But get a hold of us, and we'll definitely get those free tickets. So congratulations. Barnstormers dropped this one by 10. We're back home, the Barnstormers, on Tuesday night, 7:35 first pitch. As the London Majors come to town, Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama takes on Cole. I forget the name of the guy, a pitcher on London. The next Barncast is not till July 4th, so we got a bit of a break. So we'll be back with more Barncast action. But on behalf of myself and Cole and Scott Curry, who is here, Rigby, and, of course, Ed Myers, thanks for joining us here today from the Fieldhouse. Until then, again, happy Father's Day out there. Have a good night.